Oh, we are recording now. We're live here at the studio. Another episode of the
What's going
podcast.
on?
Hello, everyone.
How we doing?
Hey, it's AHLKRIN's birthday! Yippee! Happy birthday, AHLKRIN!
Throw some
Thank you.
confetti on the screen.
Yeah,
Then
just let me
handle
grab confetti.png. I didn't have that ready.
it. Just grab that shit in post. Happy birthday, buddy.
I'm gonna add it
How
right
old are you now? Like 52?
I'm level 28, and we're
Bro said
visiting
level.
Control.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Bro, I actually
We're-
said level. Yippee! It's AHLKRIN's birthday!
we're visiting
Woohoo.
the Charles Xavier School for Gifted Mutants.
Yeah, we
today.
are. In case you didn't recognize the background, it's not just a random mansion. It's the Charles mansion for gifted youngster mutant.
You know, we're gifted here. We're all gifted in our own
I am
way.
pretty gifted.
We just got our acceptance letters, so pretty cool.
Yeah, acceptance letters. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was
Uh-huh.
waiting for this.
I was
one.
very happy.
I was a little bit worried I might get rejected, but I'm happy that we're all gonna be in class.
Yeah, we're all gonna be together.
Hell
Pretty
yeah,
awesome.
we get to kill people together. Let's go.
I don't think that's what the X-Men do, bruh.
It's what we're gonna do.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. It's like I'm like Deadpool, and you're like the other Titan that doesn't like
I
killing.
don't know, the Fly.
Yeah, you're one of them. I wanna be
the
Deadpool.
ugliest X-Men.
You like that gelatinous guy, which you can see like the brain and the fucking skeleton. You know, you're that guy.
Actually, is pretty accurate. I would say that is my AHLKRIN. I don't know who I'd be.
Look, Dan's got a new PNG. Look at him, new model made with
Let's
Skarsig.
go.
Looks pretty dope.
Shout out Skarsig. Shout out Skarsig.
Let me show the whole
Yeah.
thing because it's gonna cut out here. Let me show the whole thing.
Yeah,
Look at
show me in all my glory. Show
Yeah,
me
I'm
in
gonna
all
show
my
the
glory.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
There
Skarsig.
you go.
He does some great work casting Pokemon tournaments.
Oh, he has Pokemon
Really
now.
cool.
That's cool.
Really cool dude. Yeah, he's on official Pokemon streams, which
Oh,
is
he's official.
awesome.
Oh, damn. Bro's gone
Very
pro.
cool, and a really cool, awesome, talented artist. So shout
we can
out.
see.
That was excited to see that. I'm happy to have my new PNG debuted. So, what's been going on in life? What do we have new? I know, Bane. You know, something kind of exciting recently happened to you. If you,
I
wanna talk
mean,
about
I went to
that?
visit my bitch wife, so that was
Let's
awesome.
go.
I went to see her. You know, we took a lot of pictures. It was pretty
Yeah,
pretty
that
awesome.
was
I love
awesome.
seeing her. I mean, I
was so
love that. I
happy
was
to
so
see those
happy. Yeah.
photos. That was great.
Wait,
How long were you together there?
I
How
was
long
like,
were you visiting?
I think 13 days or something. It was pretty long.
That's great. I'm glad.
Yeah, best days of my life, baby.
What were your favorite things together that you did? I
Okay.
know that you did some One Piece, some Overcooked.
Yeah. Dude,
You wanna talk a
Overcooked's
little more
actually
about
crazy.
that?
We didn't even fight. That's how you know it's a real marriage there, right there. We didn't even fight over Overcooked.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Meant
quite
to
the
be.
achievement.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could say the same. I get pretty frustrated at that game.
We all need to play Overcooked
I get you.
together.
No, I would hate you guys. I'm
Check out the
pretty sure.
Patreon for us.
Oh
to
yeah,
play
check out the
Overcooked.
Patreon. If you give us Patreon,
Yeah,
we
check
can
that out.
play Overcooked.
Use,
Yeah.
use code AHLKRIN for gamer subs.
Yeah, hell yeah, you got the gamer
Make
stuff.
sure you get those gamer subs.
Use Pixelate on the
hell yeah.
Fortnite store as well. We got that going on.
Oh yeah, definitely use my creator code. Buy safety first, Steve. There you go. No, we don't have any gamer sub sponsor yet, but you know what? I think we have a couple scouts in the. We have a couple.
Yeah,
Scouts
we got a
shouting
couple
us out,
people
so-
watching. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for the
We actually
support in the
got a
last
lot.
chapter, actually, from last episode.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
We got a lot of
we actually got a
comments.
lot of comments and some great emails. We have a Hello Fresh
Great
is
emails.
interested in us too.
Yeah, you got Hello Trash, we got Manscaped, we got Raid Shadow Legends.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually gonna be really good. So expect the budget to go way up. It's
Hell
gonna be really
yeah.
awesome.
It's not gonna be talking PNGs, we're gonna actually just fly together once every month to just record the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We'll have our own studio, and it's gonna be really something special. So
Mhm.
really keep an eye on that. Make sure that you're subscribed.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Jesting
And then
aside,
we're gonna go crush our evil rivals. The bad taste
The
and hot
bad
taste
taste and
podcast.
hot-
true. True.
Okay.
We have our own nemesis YouTube channel. So
Yeah, the ones who haven't
Uh,
uploaded in like a year.
I swear, don't do anything. Not that this even needs to be said, but leave them alone. They don't
Actually,
know
you
who
know
we
what?
are. I don't know who the fuck
I've
those
seen some of the
people are.
videos and they seem actually pretty racist. They seem like actually not very nice people.
cut
So
out.
maybe go and hate
Oh,
them a
fuck.
little bit at least.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they have like some fucking dog whistles on the screen all the time. So they don't seem like
Oh.
very nice people, but don't go and hate them. They haven't uploaded in a year.
Send them some love. Send them some love.
I'm not sure about sending them love.
I'm
Or-
sure
or-
they're
or just
decent
ignore them.
people,
Or-
I
but
think
either
ignoring
way.
them
I'm
would be
sure
the
they're
best.
decent people. I'm not. I was only joking with that whole crushing the nemesis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
I was just
Are they
exploring
even
the
active?
enemy, you know, or just
Do they
getting into
still-
enemy
are
lines.
they still posting?
I don't think so. Last post
So
was like a
all
year
three
ago.
of their subscribers.
Yeah, I think that they're inactive. So don't worry about that.
We got currently no competitors.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's actually a really good time to be us. Probably can't think of a better time actually to be us.
Yeah, before we had to actually compete against them. Now they're gone. They realized we were too powerful for them. But
Yeah.
the boys' final chapter, I guess. You know, I haven't watched that yet. I haven't even watched the first episode of the 4th season. What are you guys' thoughts without like spoiling too much? Do you like it? Do you
Sure,
not
yeah.
like it?
Yeah, AHLKRIN, you wanna share some of your general thoughts first, and then I'll get into it. I mean, no spoiler territory, but
If we're gonna kick off the shows category, then I'll be real. I did not see coming what they did with the season finale and
Okay.
the impact that it's going to have. It
Right.
has me extremely hype for the final
Hey,
season.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but can you speak a little bit louder? Because the
I'm trying
There you
to
go.
remain calm because we all know, especially me listening in on last episode, I was extremely loud.
yeah, no, this is a better volume. This is a lot better. I'm just seeing
Yeah.
the gauge isn't getting to where I want it to be.
well, we,
Yeah,
we,
no,
we
it's
love
get
we
you.
love you for your volume.
I know,
Yes,
but I
love
it's
you.
part of your
So,
personality,
I'm-
bro. You can't drop the act.
I'm trying to
Um,
remain calm. But
yeah, I see what you mean though. I see what you
Yeah.
mean. Especially again, trying to be vague, but especially knowing your understanding and involvement of the series. I know what you're talking about. Definitely setting up some really exciting stuff. And you said the last season, has it been confirmed that the next
Yep.
one is the last?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
confirmed.
They said
And it's
that
gonna
next
be the last
season-
season, and there's gonna be a movie to finish it all off.
I did
Oh,
not hear
interesting.
about the movie.
There is gonna be a movie.
That
yeah.
has me hyped.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think with a full film length episode, I think they could really do a lot. That should be great.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Um,
awesome.
Very interesting. I hope it's not like too long of a wait, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
kind of forget about it, put it out of your mind.
Yeah, I mean,
and
there's
then
always
it'll
other
be
stuff to
back.
watch that that comes, you know.
Yeah, something like that. I have to find another show to sink my teeth into. I have one that might be kind of on my list. I'll bring it up if we're
Okay.
done sharing our thoughts about the boys. But
The boys.
yeah, I mean, what's to say? I was really into it. I watched it last night. The last episode. I'll just kind of briefly, very very briefly mention. Kind of some funny circumstances behind the name of the episode. They had to change the episode name.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll very very briefly mention that. I'll move past it. But that was funny. That's funny to me. But yeah, quite a good episode. I think this season in general, a lot of the characters I think got development in their own way. It felt like none of them were hogging the spotlight. It kind of felt like everyone had their own arc,
Mhm.
which makes sense. It's a talented team of writing there, and I'm pretty big fan of it. I might even go back and watch the last episode again just so I can appreciate it again. Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe in a week or two. But yeah, in total, I really thought this was a good season, and definitely has me hyped. And I've got some reasons to engage more with the boys' entire arsenal of content. So the spin-off I have some interest in
Oh yeah,
checking
Gen
out,
5.
and yeah, Gen 5, and I'm also kind of interested in the comics. I know that, well, let me preface by saying I don't know much about the comics at all. Seen
Yeah.
some panels, but I think my general knowledge is that a lot of the show deviates from the comics, which
Yeah,
is
for sure.
expected. It's normal, but I'm interested in what the source material kind of goes into and
Yeah.
how it differs. So I
I mean,
might
you
check
can
that
read
out.
and just have your own opinion after, but yeah. I don't recommend
Yeah,
them, but
so I might
you can
check
go
that out.
into it. You can just dig your
Oh,
teeth into
really? You
that.
don't recommend it?
Not at
Why is
all.
that?
I
It's
think it's
not
just very
not good?
edgy. Just very edgy. Doesn't
Yeah,
doesn't
but
delve.
so
Yeah, I don't
in a
like it.
way that's not entertaining. It's not
Yeah,
really
I mean it's just
entertaining.
edgy for the sake of being edgy. It's just like a lot of the moments just feel like out of nowhere, and the plot twists are very bad and nonsensical. I just don't like the comic at all. I checked it out
Oh,
after I think
okay.
season 2 because season 3 wasn't
Right.
out at the time, and I didn't like it at all. And from what I've heard, people agree with that take. They're just edgy for no reason and it's bad. The only people who say that the comics are better than the show are the fucking Republicans that are like angry because French is gay now or something. It's like, oh yeah, the
Yeah,
comics
which
are, and
is
they're just trying to
ridiculous.
gaslight themselves into the comics being better. It's they're just not.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think yeah, the heavy, I mean, whatever, not to be too whatever political, but it's just very funny to see the people that the show makes fun of
Yeah,
starting to realize it after I don't know how many fucking hours of episodes,
it's crazy.
like weeks of weeks worth of episodes, months worth of episodes, and they're just realizing it now.
I
It's
mean,
very funny.
how do you see the episode where it starts off as like the Nazi, the Homelander's girlfriend at the
Stormfront.
time? That
Stormfront, yes.
yeah, the fucking Starfront goes on their political rant and just brainwashes somebody into shooting a poor fucking store owner. And you're like, oh yeah, this show definitely isn't making fun of me or isn't saying anything about my group of people.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some level of disconnect there.
Hmm.
I mean, I said it last week, at least I think I did, but I think that this show really will age very well. I think it will
Yeah.
be timeless. Like, I think, I mean, I remember myself saying this, so I won't
Mhm.
drive the point home too hard, but I think, like, obviously nowadays it's very on the nose, very relevant, maybe even too much so for some
Mhm.
people. But I think within give it a few years and its themes and stories it's always going to be relevant. So
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
it's a fantastic job that they've done. It really it just really captures like just I don't know, just American life in general,
Mhm.
in not in a good way, but
Yeah, in like the worst way
in
possible.
an effective way. Yeah, in a
Mhm.
very effective way. So yeah, really, just pretty much all good thoughts about the season. I'm happy with a lot of how the episodes have went. And I'll shout out the Deep. I think he was a pretty shitty character in the first place. You know, you're really not meant to like him, and I think he's gotten a little better. Of course, he's
Yeah.
still kind of an asshole. Um, but that's kind of the Seven's thing. They're not really supposed to be super likable. Um, but yeah, I think that he had a couple of pretty good moments this season that were yeah, pretty moving, pretty like emotionally moving. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll say I'm looking forward to what comes next, and I'll check out the comics and see what I think. But
Yeah, I
I
would like to hear your own
appreciate
opinion.
hearing
Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you know.
Mhm.
Maybe you'll have to send me send me a resource to read it if I can't
Oh
find
yeah,
it.
I have a lot of legal ways to read the American comics. You feel
Yeah.
like they're totally legal, and you don't have to worry
Oh yeah,
about breaking any laws because they're legal.
that's gonna be #1 priority for me.
So I
Yeah.
heard that you, if I'm recalling it right from last week or not, or last month, our last session, you were also watching a few other shows. Like I think you said fuck, one of you two said Mr. Robot.
I
That was
mentioned
Bane,
it, but
right?
I didn't say it was watch. I watched it. I said.
Oh, you were like thinking about it, or?
Yeah, I don't remember what I said. I was like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Robot. That's probably a show that I'm gonna watch." Something like that. I said. I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
And any
There you go.
other non-anime TV shows? Either of you two have watched before we get into anime?
Have I watched
Well,
anything?
I think
Fuck, I'm sure
not
I have.
really. For
No,
me, there's
actually,
a couple things I'm interested in.
I
But
have.
Bane, you go first
Go.
if you're actively watching something.
No,
What have you
I
been
am
watching?
actually not. I was just thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I haven't watched anything that's not anime.
Uh-huh.
That's fair. On brand.
If so, what's coming
On
up
brand,
that
yes.
has your eye there, Dan?
Yeah. For me, I'll say the new American Horror Story season. I'm loosely interested. I think in general the newer seasons of that show have kind of taken a nosedive from what it was in Murder House and Coven. Thought those were really, or not even Coven, Asylum. What was it called? Something like that. The second season. Coven was decent though. I think like American Horror Story Hotel kind of lost me. Roanoke wasn't really for me. But the new season, it's supposed to be based on the back rooms, which is like so tired and overdone
Oh
at this
hell
point. And
no!
I don't think that like we need like the general mainstream population like being exposed to the back rooms, because I just think that's like kind of silly.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that season is gonna be. But that being said, I'm loosely interested. I'll check it out. It's probably gonna come out sometime in October, so I'll check it out. My girlfriend is visiting in October. Really excited for that. So we might find some time to watch it. But I don't know. My basic thoughts, because all we've seen so far is a poster. I think it's like silly enough where I'll check it out, but I don't have high hopes. But even if I watch it and it's kind of like something to mock, then sure. But maybe it'll be great. I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind. That's all.
That's very important.
Yeah, I mean it might be good. If it's somewhat scary and has a pretty good premise, then I'll be into it. But yeah, like I said, recent seasons haven't really been doing it for me, but I really liked the first two a lot, and even the third one wasn't so bad. So that's that. And then not really upcoming. It's been out for many years, but I am interested and probably gonna start House sometime
Oh,
soon.
Doctor
I want
House.
to. Yeah, I want to watch
Yeah.
Doctor
Oh,
House.
yeah.
I want to watch that. I've fucking YouTube short.
Yeah, fuck.
brain.
I imagine it was because of YouTube Shorts. Yeah.
I swear to God, man, like I never saw any YouTube shorts from that shit. And then you watch one in its entirety, and then
They've been
boom, there you
promoting
go.
that shit everywhere. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, for whatever reason, there's been a resurgence in the algorithm, and now that I'm fucking saying it out loud, my phone is soaking up my data
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more.
We're all gonna get
So
recommended that.
Funny enough,
so-
what's happening with you with Doctor House is what is happening right now with my feed in Left 4 Dead 2. It popped
there
up
you go.
once.
Oh, we
and
can
I'm
play
like,
some
okay,
Left
and
4
now
Dead,
it's
baby.
like-
We could play some
Did
Left
you
4
know
Dead.
in Left 4 Dead 2? I'm like, just leave me alone, game, please.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't
if
make
you
me
watch
jump
the
back in
short,
this.
if you watch the short all the way through, it's just it's an
It's
open
over for
it's
you.
an open
It's actually
invitation.
over. Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm interested in watching that show. I think I've heard a lot of good things about it. It seems like it's got good sense of humor and good writing, and it's also obviously serious at times. So I'm interested. I think it might be time for me to check it out.
Yeah.
So
I watched it as a kid with
that's
my
what's on my
mom,
radar.
and I can recommend
Yeah.
it. It's got some chapters that are kind of yikes, but I mean the show
Yeah.
is kind of old, so I give him a pass. But you're gonna watch this one chapter
Mhm.
specifically that's gonna make you like, this is kind of not cool. Just he has a couple
Yeah.
of chapters like that, but like if you can look over that, it's an enjoyable experience. I think Doctor House as a character is very entertaining. Also, you know the
Okay.
actor's British, like for Doctor House. The guy's British.
I had no idea.
It sounds so weird hearing him outside of his Doctor House voice, but he is British. He has a British accent in interviews and shit.
Oh, that's interesting. Isn't that the same with Homelander's actor? Isn't he? Doesn't he also have a strong accent?
I don't think Anthony Starr is British. Is he?
Maybe I'm making it. Oh, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, he is. I have no
So-
idea.
So no, he's not British.
Oh.
He is a New Zealander.
I thought bro was
Like,
American
I
as fuck.
know
He does a very good
Yeah,
job
this
at portraying
he-
an American.
He does a
He does.
fantastic job. It's the same thing that you had mentioned with Dr. House. I
Yeah.
saw a video of him an interview,
Mhm.
and yeah, his accent caught me off guard. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Well,
interesting.
another one to the table. I know it's not that vast of a difference, but funny enough, Norman Reedus is not Southern whatsoever.
Wait, Norman Reedus from like
Yeah, the one who plays
Walking
Daryl
Dead.
from The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
He's not Southern.
I don't think I ever
Whatsoever.
heard him.
Like he doesn't talk like, redneck or anything. He's not Southern whatsoever.
I actually
He's
just
very-
remember him more from Death Stranding, so it doesn't shock me that much. I know
Yeah,
him more
no.
from Death Stranding, The Walking Dead,
Valid.
on recent
I
memories.
think I've only watched one episode of The Walking Dead.
I
personally.
watched-
Don't change that.
I watched
Don't
pretty
change
close
that.
to the end. I think I left in like, I think I'm just missing like the final season or something.
Has
But I watch a
it
lot.
actually ended? Has it
Yeah,
actually
I think
ended?
it's over.
Okay.
It has like 50 spin-offs.
Yeah, I
It
just
does. It
just
has
remember
so many.
it just in high school. It seemed like it was never ending. And
I think it's
so,
8
and,
seasons long. I think.
Yeah.
All right, that doesn't
Uh,
seem so bad in the end. It just felt like, at least from my circle, when I would hear people talk about it,
Yeah, definitely
it just
prolonged.
felt it was like they're like gearing up to the end, and then it's like, nope, it's not the end. But okay, so it finally ended. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, it did.
I don't really have any opinions.
For the longest time, and I know it's so early in the podcast to throw shade, but for the longest time,
Throw the shade.
The Walking Dead was pinned up to be like the life-changing story, kind of like what people are.
I
with
was pretty
rerun
popular.
with anime. But
Oh
they
my
think
God,
it's some
bro.
life-changing story, like
He's
perfect.
gonna bring a friend again.
But
I'm gonna lose
it's-
my mind. Oh my god.
Right? It was just alright. It wasn't perfect.
At least I agree with you
Yeah.
on The Walking Dead. So whatever. Yeah, The Walking Dead
Yeah.
isn't that crazy.
So there you go. Speaking
I like
of
it,
rerun,
though.
moving on to anime.
Oh
I-
no, I don't
I'm
want to
going
hear
to
anime
pass
opinions, bro. I'm
Spain.
gonna walk out right now.
I only have two. Okay.
Okay.
Alcrin's got the best
And-
opinions.
And they're both old. They're not even new.
Okay.
all right.
Depends on what you say.
I swear. One of them's like old, and then the other one's like from almost 10 years ago on God. But first I'm gonna pass the mic to Dan. Dan, what anime have you been watching lately? Since
If
our
any
last
at all.
talk?
Yeah,
If
no,
any.
honestly, I really haven't been. I suppose, and maybe I even mentioned this last time. So if I did, sure, then sorry. But I've recently been watching the Pokemon Horizons anime. With
Oh
my
yeah, you
girlfriend.
did mention.
Yeah, but that's it. It's like it's cool. I like seeing like the new Pokemon animated, of course, and
I love Rika.
I will say at times, yeah, she's pretty cool. At times, it really feels like a little bit more maybe mature than some of the older Pokemon series.
Sure,
So
sure.
I can give it some props to that.
Mhm.
And again, maybe I repeated this last time, but I think it has like some pretty great action sequences. Like I know towards the end of like the Alola anime, there was some really fantastic fights when Ash
I
was
mean, they actually get slept
training
on.
or fighting to become the
Yeah, I think
when
XYC
he
has
was
some
fighting
really good
to become the
choreographies.
champion.
I think XYC is fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I think towards those I mean shit, they're not even really new anymore. I was gonna say towards like the later generations, but that shit's pretty old at this point.
Yeah,
X and
I mean
Y.
it's pretty old, yeah. Except for like
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet, which are like the newer ones.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of that one. But anyway, watching that, and then I haven't been really watching anything else. But I'll just mention I've been reading, and I caught up on the My Hero manga.
Uh-huh.
It's over. The new chapters are epilogues now,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Holy fuck!
It's
My
actually
Hero
over.
really
I
ended.
can't believe I've been
crazy.
reading Boku no Hero for
That's
so
not
fucking
fun.
long. It's crazy to think that
Yeah,
it's over. This is it.
it's been a great journey. Like I'm obviously I'm keen to see where it wraps up in the epilogues, but you know the final war arc, and it was really very fantastic. It was very engaging, and I liked it quite a bit. I liked it quite a bit. So I'm excited to see it when it gets animated, and I hope that they have at least one more movie in the pipeline because I saw all three My Hero movies in
I think there are
theaters, and
4
they
already.
all been really good.
Or
Hey, if
5.
there's a fourth one, then God bless you. I have to watch that
There's
Wait,
one.
you
an
mean there's
have
not
you watched
12?
the newer one
12?
where like All Might's evil?
Sophie.
Wish say it again.
The newer one where All Might's like evil.
No.
That's
Is
the
that the
newest
fourth
one. So you have another one to watch right there.
Hey, oh, okay. So yeah, the last one I saw was the World Heroes mission. I thought that one
Uh-huh.
was really great. Oh, okay, I see it here. Yeah, there's a You're Next. That one
Yeah,
is
that one.
January of this year. So it came out. I wonder
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I could find it legally.
Sure. You can find it
Yeah, I
legally.
bet I can.
Wink.
Okay. I didn't even realize that came out. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
awesome. I'll have to check
I
that
haven't
out.
watched
Check
it,
that
but
out.
you can give it a watch. If you like the other movies, you're probably gonna like this one too.
Oh wait, I lied. Fake news. It was announced in January. It is premiering in Japan in August. So actually just
Oh,
a
okay,
couple
so it's
weeks.
not out yet. Okay.
Not out yet. Not out
I,
yet.
f- I, th- I
It
thought
is
it was out.
coming October 11th in North America. So
Okay,
you
so
know
you can
what?
go watch
I
that.
think I'll be there.
Mhm.
I'll be seated. I will be seated.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really like see anime movies on the big screen. Pretty
I
damn
haven't watched
fantastic.
any anime movie on the big screen actually, and it's not because personal choice. I just have no one to go watch them with, and I don't like going to the
It's
movies
okay.
alone.
Just watch them legally on your websites. Okay.
Yeah,
You can do
I
that,
watch them
but
legally later, but it's not the same. You know, I like going to the
it's
movies.
not the same. I
I
will
like going to the
say
movies.
I'll turn it over to you a lot to talk about what you've been watching. But I will say, you know what? Like I used to feel similarly. Like, I don't want to go to the movies alone. Like,
Hmm.
honestly, dude, just do it. If there's a movie you want to see, like, it could be a good experience. And
Okay.
I've never had a bad experience when I see a movie alone. I've probably seen like maybe 4 or 5 at this point.
Hmm.
It's a good time. You don't have to. You don't have to. You just. Yeah, you don't have to
And it's
feel
not
any
so
sort of
much
way.
about like, oh, I'm going to the movies alone. People are gonna think I'm a loser. It's not like that. Like I have nothing against people going to the movies alone or something. It just sounds like boring to me.
Right.
Like something you want to do in a group or like with someone, so you can like discuss the
That
movie
is true.
later. Or
Yeah, I can understand that.
you're like I turn to your friend that's sitting next to you and you see how he's pogging and you're both pogging
You're
at
like,
the
holy
scene or
shit, did you
something.
just see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's so
then
fun. That's what's fun about the
think
movies
about it.
too.
You
But
could
I
you
could
could
go to the
have
movies alone. Just try it.
you could have that internal dialogue in your head.
Yeah,
It's fucking fantastic.
I could
Like,
try.
holy shit, dude! Did you just see that dude got his dick blown off?
Yeah, I was like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
man. Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I want to
Did you
watch
see that?
Deadpool and Wolverine actually. So if I get no one to watch it with, I might just go alone.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Let us know if you go see it alone. Let
Yeah,
us know what
fuck
that's
yeah.
like.
I don't care what people say because people are turning around on Deadpool so hard right now compared to like when Deadpool 2 came out, people loved it. When Deadpool 1 came out, people
Yeah.
loved it. And now you can see people like backtracking like, oh, Deadpool always sucked. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I always
it's
liked Deadpool. I think the movies are really cool, are really fun to watch.
I agree. I think it's just maybe gotten to the point where it's become cool to hate on it. I don't know. It
I
seems
don't
like a
know.
lot
I
of
have
these
no
things
idea.
have gone through that life cycle. Even My Hero, I've heard like people turn on it, which I don't know.
Oh well,
It
I
was
mean, I've always
pretty
hated it, so
great.
you know I'm not like a.
Hey,
I was gonna say actually, I was gonna comment on that. That despite
Make
me
it-
hating My Hero, I actually really like Shigaraki's ending. I like how they wrapped
Yeah.
up the character. I like how they finished his arc and all. I like his ending.
Oh, so you're familiar. You
Oh,
how do you know?
yeah. I mean,
Have you read it?
I'm up to date on the manga for like years now. For like, I've been reading
Oh.
weekly for years.
Oh,
So
that's
seeing
awesome.
it just feels surreal, right? Like as much as I hate it, I'm
Yeah.
kind of gonna miss it a lot because it's been a part of every
Yeah.
week, you know. And
Agree.
I liked the part where like I'm not gonna spoil, okay, but I like how they finish with like Deku versus One for All. I always
Yeah.
get the both mixed, but you know the villain, not the good guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I
know
like
what you
that ending where like everyone gets wrapped and he's like, "Go Deku, go!" That shit gave me like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
mean.
I hate that
Yeah,
shit,
there
but Boku no, when My Hero is good, it's really fucking good. So
Yeah, I think the art, especially like
yeah, especially the art.
the dynamic panels towards the end, like
Yeah.
really breathtaking.
Have,
So yeah, that's it.
have you been
That's
watching
it for
the
me
season
in
though? You
anime.
haven't, right? The
No,
season's
I
coming out right
haven't,
now. Yeah.
but I probably should because at this point it's all good stuff. It's all
I mean,
gonna be
Shigaraki
pretty,
versus Stars and Stripes.
good.
That was so well animated. I actually didn't give him so
Oh,
much credit. Shigaraki
wait,
versus
Stars
Stars
and
and
Stripes has
Stripes.
been animated, huh?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
been
know
animated,
that.
and it's fucking. It is so cool.
I'll
I
check that
love
out.
that.
So
Yeah.
they're a lot further than I thought. I think the
Yeah.
last thing I watched the anime was like with like La Brava, which
Oh,
is
that
I
was
guess
pretty long
a
ago.
while
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, it's been a while since
Yeah.
I've checked it out, but all right, I'll check it out. I'll have to catch up because I really do enjoy that series.
Oh,
So,
you can just
um,
watch the moments that you're interested in just randomly. You know, you don't gotta sit through the
yeah,
whole
that's
season
fair.
if you don't feel like it.
Yeah, I'll skip around if I feel like it, but
Yeah.
if it's good, and then I'll watch it all. But
Yeah,
so
you
that's
gotta
that.
watch
So
actually
I'm
Deku
excited.
versus the girl that uses her as bullets too. That was very well animated.
Oh, okay, I will. I'm
Mhm.
excited. I'll check it out. I will. That
Yeah.
sounds like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for me and my anime watching lately. What do you guys been watching? What are you into?
I'm gonna
Bane,
let you go first.
You could go
Alkrin, I think.
next because I.
Oh, you got
could go next because I'm. Again, I only have two things, and then after I'm done, we'll
Okay.
swap over to
I
another category.
don't think I have that much to talk about because the animes I've been watching, I don't think a lot of other people are watching, and I don't have much to say about it.
Yeah, you're so cool and underground.
I'm not that. It's just that not a lot of people watch the anime that's coming out right now, which is like.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fair.
So
No, I'm just giving you shit. Go for it.
I've been watching stuff that's already been out. I'll start with that. Kara no Kyokai, Garden of Sinners. I think that was really fucking good, especially movie number 8. I think
I'm
it is.
surprised I haven't gotten around to watching that.
That
Movie
is
number
really
8.
good, but I don't
God
think
damn.
you. I'm not sure you're gonna. I mean, maybe you're gonna like it because of the action scenes and the like gore and like people dying and cool. But
really
I think
care too much for the like. So I'm gonna be real. Despite what you think, I'm a lot of like action shit does tend to bore me.
Okay.
Because like that's why.
I mean,
like,
there's not a lot of
gave-
action
okay,
actually. There's
we
like
were talking a moment about My Hero.
Mhm.
I gave like years ago. I sat through 10 episodes of My Hero.
that's
Academia.
not a lot. You didn't even finish
sat
one
through
season.
Only 10.
I sat through them, and the entire time I'm sitting here like, why am I not just watching Marvel? So I dropped.
Okay.
Bro, come on now. All right.
Okay, buddy.
No offense to it. Y'all are entitled to what you do. It just isn't for me. But
I get
but
that,
you watched
you know?
season 1, so you have
You didn't
to
even
give it-
finish
Maybe
fucking.
season
You didn't
one
get to the
was
part where
bad.
All Might
I
just
don't
beats the
know.
shit out of the normal. That's like the hypest part. That's the part that gets you
guess.
caught
or
up.
at least with the I don't even know, the school fighting festival where
Yeah, that's season
what's
2
his
though.
name? Todoroki fights against Deku. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
That's like at
something-
the end of
that's-
season 2, right? Like the end of the first part of season 2. So
something
that's a
like
while.
that. Yeah,
or the
well,
part where fucking Bakugo ends up like smashing the psychic chick. Oh wait, that's a fan fiction. I downloaded the wrong.
What are you talking about? What is Ross
Wait,
waffling about? What did he
let him
read?
cook. Let him cook. Let Tim Cook,
The
right?
fans are whack of that in My Hero. I'm just gonna leave it at
the
that.
only
That's
fanfics
fair.
I read were Bakugo smashing dick, but not the way you're thinking about.
But like moving back to it, like yeah, no, I do like some action shit. Like again, but like I really did enjoy Cabanera, the Iron Fortress, and fuck, what's another like action focused one? I genuinely can't think of it off the top of my head, but there are a bunch of other things that I really did like back during my weeb days. I really loved Angel Beats, and even though that literally made me break down crying, I'm not going to cap.
Okay.
I'm to this day, I'm actually punching myself in the gut that I never did finish the remake of Fruits Basket, because
Oh,
that
actually, I
show
gotta watch that.
has
So.
has some in-depth character. Like I also mentioned a while forever ago. I really did like Assassination Classroom. That's probably one of my favorite shonen.
Damn,
I just like
I'm
characters.
surprised you've actually been mentioning good anime. I'm actually
That's
shocked.
not what you
That's
said
actually
last time I
crazy.
mentioned the Assassination Classroom. You called it mid as fuck, and then I told you to off yourself. But that happened in my server, and if you want to join the server, you could click that link right next to the link to our Patreon.
I was kind of
There you
being a
go.
hater. I think Assassination Classroom is on the better side of shonen, but still kind of mid. But I respect.
That's actually one I haven't watched yet, but I definitely should.
You should. I think the ending's pretty emotional. I like the ending.
Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely
Check
loved
it
it.
out.
But
it's been out for long enough.
like the thing that I like, and I swear I'm not saying on this because I already know Bane's take on it. Bane, after I'm done ranting about it, Bane can go ahead and rant about it. But yeah, I do like Demon Slayer strictly because I like Ufotable. I like the characters itself. But like the storyline is nothing special. Okay, it is front to back, black and white shonen. That's it. It's shonen plot armor. It did not recreate the wheel. The thing that carries it is the manga itself has some funny fucking panels. I'll give it that. But just because the artist herself did like some funny fucking panels, and then Ufotable carries it. I like it because it's Ufotable.
What the fuck? So, how do you pronounce?
Ufotable, or is it UFO table?
It's UFO table, bro. It's like table, like the one on your room.
Ufotable.
Bro said ufotable.
I'm American. Leave me alone. I'm actually stupid. All right, I'm not gonna get anything right.
I'm just gonna say ufotable now. Ufotable.
Yeah, Ufotable. Yeah, you're photable. So like I will get into Garden of Sinners strictly because it's Ufotable. And we were talking you two mentioned earlier saying shit on the big screen. I went in person to see the first part of the Heaven's Feel movie, and I loved it.
Oh,
nice.
That's cool. I didn't know bro was a Fate fan.
Man. It's nice.
Because like but we were talking, I think before this podcast, I'm not big into Fate. I used to be, and it's a major regret that I will take to the grave. Right. But I liked Zero, and I liked the Stain Night, like the Stain Night adaptations. Not the table. I mean, I never finished the original adaptation of Stain Night, but you know, I did not like Apocrypha. Extra was. That was not it, Chief. That was not it, Chief. And Prisma Ilia is a blight on humanity.
Bro, Prisma Ilia is actually peak fiction.
Okay, Bane.
I'm joking.
We're gonna get off. I'm gonna pass the mic straight to you. Back to you.
Okay.
You mentioned about shit that you were watching because I do not feel comfortable talking about the Fate topic anymore. Please,
I'm joking on Prisma Ilia. It's a joke.
Mom, pick me up. I'm scared.
It's a joke. Oh my god. Bro.
Mom, pick me up. I'm scared.
Okay, yeah, Kara no Kyukai. I left it at movie 6 the last time I was watching, so now I watched from 7 to 10, which technically it ends on 8, but there's like 2 extra Blu-ray shit that released, and I think those 2 are really worth watching. My favorite one of the bunch was number 8, which is the epilogue. It's only 30 minutes, but I feel the conversation between the Shiki's body and Cocteau was really fucking interesting. They talk about humanity. They talk about like what makes someone human. They talk about consciousness. They talk about the reasons for living, basically. And I just thought it was really interesting from like a philosophical standpoint, and I really enjoyed that. I think the whole fucking saga of movies is really interesting from a philosophical standpoint. I think it demands from you a certain level of attention that other movies don't require you to give to like it's not like something that you can sit and watch, not pay attention and still enjoy, I think. Because
Right.
if you like action, from like a 2 hour movie, you're gonna get 20 minutes of action around that. And the rest of that is just talking and character development. And like within the character development and even fighting themselves, there are symbolisms about certain stuff that if you are like not paying attention and just watching to watch, you're gonna miss and you're not gonna enjoy as much. But Kara Kyukai was pretty awesome. It ended up movie number 8 ended up on my top 10 favorite anime ever. So I fucking
Oh
loved
wow, that's great. You'll have to send the name in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
I think
It's
it's
called Garden of Sinners.
Garden of Sinners.
That okay. That gotcha.
Also Kara Kyukai,
sounds
whatever.
good.
You can find
Sounds like
it.
you also might need to do might need to open up a second YouTube channel where you're breaking down the themes and the motifs for
I
us.
could do
because,
that. I was
you know,
thinking
not
about
everyone's
doing it.
brain is as big as yours.
I'm not. I'm not
I
trying
don't
to
wanna
sound
miss
like a pretentious asshole. I'm just saying.
No,
Like
I don't think you are. I'm giving you a compliment
okay, thank you.
in a jokey way.
Mhm.
But no, I'm curious. Like, if I is it just the movie series, or is there an anime too?
There's just movies. It's just
Oh,
movies.
okay.
I mean, you can
Cool.
sit and watch them with. There's 2 ways to watch them, which is like release date and then the time where the chronological order. I'm sorry, from like within the events of the series. But I think release
Right.
date is the best one. And you might get a little confused if you're not paying attention to the dates and when stuff happens, but you can still enjoy it. It's
Okay.
I think you gotta watch this and think about it's talking about the meaning for life, and I at least that's how I interpreted it. The meaning for life and like reasons for living in such like a bleak world where like bad stuff happens and there's a lot of miserable people between inside of Garden of Sinners. There's people with horrible lives that horrible stuff happened to them, and they still find a reason to keep living and to to just push through. And I think these kinds of anime or like art in general, where they talk about, oh yeah, we might live in a shitty world, but there's still stuff worth living for. I think those are the best ones. Like that's definitely my favorite genre. If you look at my top 10, it's basically just that. Like I love. I'm gonna sound cringe here, but Shingeki no Kyojin, okay, Attack on Titan. I think Shingeki no Kyojin does that very well. Tengen Toppa also, Technolize. Yeah, Fumetsu no
I hear the
Natae.
ending for that anime was absolute dog shit.
You don't like
the
Shingeki?
Vatoras was telling me about it, and they were so disappointed by the way that they chose to end it.
Which one? Was
Which
Shingeki or another one that he mentioned?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. I'm sorry that
Man,
I used the Japanese names, but that's not because I'm a weeb asshole. It's because in Spanish,
Yes, you're a weeb.
I am a weeb asshole, but it's because in Spanish we usually use the Japanese names for them. So I'm used to calling
That's
them the
fair.
Japanese names. Like no one in Spanish is gonna call Attack on Titan. No one's gonna say Attack on Titan. People just call it Shingeki.
yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I actually, in the coming weeks or months before the very last part came out, I did catch up myself on the manga and I finished it all. I can understand if you just read if you just watched the anime. I could understand you might feel a little like that's it or a little empty. But I'll tell you what, I'm agreeing with Bane. Like it really was a quite a fantastic journey,
Hell
and
yeah.
I think the story that they told was really very very special. I
I
mean,
love it.
I just remember like the reveal in both the manga and the anime, like when they go into the basement and what they
Yeah, that
find,
was
like
crazy. That
that
was
was
fucking insane.
it really was. It really just like shifts it just shifts everything on its
Mhm.
head. It's really does a great job of building that world. And yeah,
Mhm.
I think what you're saying is absolutely right. Like it talks about quite quite some deep themes about about humanity and yeah, all that
How
you said.
we're drawn to
I
conflict
agree with.
constantly, yeah, but I feel
Yeah,
like it's the first few seasons are so black and white, but still good and inspiring. Because like, oh, it's humanity versus major threat. We all gotta unite together, right? It's like very inspiring, like
yeah,
very cool. But then when it turns more gray, I feel like it's still positive when like a more realistic matter, right? Because in real life,
yeah,
there's not such a thing as a major threat. We're all uniting against them, fighting versus. At the end of
right,
the day, it's all just humans versus humans most of the time. And
right.
the fact that it still manages to give you like a more positive message, and like despite everything that happened, we managed to make a better world together. I think it's awesome. You know, it's way better than just a black and white us versus a major threat kind of theme. But I love Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And Alcrin, if you haven't finished it, I definitely recommend it. And if
Also,
you ever
the
I
want to
anime makes the
watch
ending
it,
never
better.
watched
The anime,
Attack
the
on
anime
Titan.
adapts the ending a lot better than the manga. It just
I
just
haven't.
ties some loose ends that maybe if you read the manga you didn't get. Like myself, I'm gonna be honest, I hated the manga ending. I didn't like it at all. But when I
mm,
rewatched it on like the anime with a new perspective, I think they tied the loose ends. They added a couple. They made the conversation between Eren and Armin a lot longer, and it made me
yeah,
understand what the author was going for. So yeah, Attack on
yeah,
Titan. I
yeah.
love
So
Attack on Titan.
I definitely recommend if you want, if you ever have the interest in finishing it, Alcrin,
Mm-hmm.
I
or
never even started it to begin with. I was just
oh,
talking about
Oh
that's
damn.
what the Vitores was saying. They binged it all and they said that they enjoyed
yeah,
it up until the ending and that they genuinely believe that the final season left a lot more to be desired. And I'm like, oh well, damn, I'm
I
sorry to
don't
feel that way.
know. Just the final season.
But
I don't get how people hate on the final season altogether. Like the part where Aaron's talking to like the Turkish kid, that break my fucking heart, bro. That was crazy. How he's talking to like the Turkish kid and how he saved him, even though he's gonna end up stepping on him. That broke my fucking heart. That was amazing
yeah.
scene.
I think it has some really really good dialogue. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, I mean, I can understand if people are not wholly satisfied with it.
I get it. It's a hard.
it's a weird one.
Yeah, endings are
But
hard to
yeah,
land in every story. Honestly, it's like
yeah, yeah.
unless
It's
you're
true.
Assassination Classroom,
unless you're
it
actually one of the few
fucking
shonen that
perfect.
actually sticks the ending and it's
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
Damn, you guys are making me very curious. I'm definitely gonna have
I
to check
think you
that
should
out.
check it out. I
You're
mean,
either
it's okay.
Assassination Classroom or you're not. It's that simple.
It is true.
That is the baseline.
You know, I'm not
Okay.
even gonna disagree with that. I think out of every shonen, I think Assassination Classroom one of the few that sticks the ending perfectly. The ending
It
perfectly.
was so good. But
Okay,
moving
I still
back
got a
to it.
few more to talk about. Okay, I'm just gonna
Okay,
go over
yes,
them real
yes,
quick.
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
my
Let's
dear
let's
friend
get back to it.
Nokotan, or as the Twitter people know it, Shikanoko Noko Kosh Dan Dan, that fucking song. It has an anime. It's actually promoting an anime. It's a comedy anime.
Okay.
It's actually fucking hilarious. Gives very much
Okay.
Nichijou vibes, where it's like very chaotic, and you're laughing at the random shit that's going on. I recommend it to all of you. I don't know if Alcrin you're gonna find it funny, but Dan, I think you're definitely gonna have a good time watching my dear friend Nokotan.
I
I am right
probably
Alright.
will
now.
not watch it,
It's very
but thanks
funny.
for the offer.
I
I'm
do like a
watching.
lighthearted, funny
Yeah.
anime.
It's lighthearted, it's funny, and if you dislike the haha boobs humor, this does not have it. It does not have
Okay,
that.
now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's there's not.
Yeah, if it doesn't
There's
just
not.
rely on that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just very. It relies on being fucking random, and I think if you like that type of humor, like if you like Nichijou, you're gonna like Nokotan. But the other one I'm watching is Suicide Squad Isekai. I thought this shit was gonna be ass. It's actually acceptable. So not many praise to give to it yet, but it's
Just
a lot better
acceptable
than I
so
thought it
far.
was gonna be.
Okay.
Oshinoko Season 2, they're adapting my favorite arc from the manga. I know this has some polemic about the fucking incest, but that's just the author being edgy. I swear nothing happens between the brothers, okay? It's not nothing weird happens. I promise, okay? But it's a good anime.
I believe you.
Isn't
What's
that the
that one
shit
called?
you weeps are into though?
Say it again. What was that one called?
Oshinoko, there is actually no English name as far as I know. It's just Oshinoko in every language.
Okay. Okay.
Season
Cool.
1,
Haven't heard of
season
that
2
one.
is airing right now. My favorite arcs being adapted. Season 1 is still gonna make you fucking cry, I think.
Let's check it out.
It's good. It talks about all the dark parts of the entertainment industry. I think it's really good. It boards them really well. The author's actually really well informed. It talks about the exploitation that happens to female idols in the Japanese industry, how actors also have it rough, fucking low budget shows, and how the actors are treated, how the management works, how there are all these shady deals going on the back. And it informs you a lot. It's actually a very informative show at the end of the day. It has some fucking reincarnation shit, but that's not the fun part, honestly. It's a vengeance story as well. Just that's the part I like about it. It's the dark part of the entertainment industry. Then anything else interesting? I'm watching an anime where there's a Russian girl in a school. No, it's kind of mid, but whatever. Then the elusive samurai.
That's the whole premise.
Yeah, it's a whole
Just in
fucking
school.
premise. Yeah, there's a Russian girl in a Japanese school. It's kind of funny, but it's like
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
whatever.
Okay. So.
The elusive
Sure.
samurai. We're gonna start going a lot more quicker to these. I think it's very interesting premise because instead of being like, oh, I'm a guy who's very fucking good at fighting, it's I'm a guy that's very fucking good at running away and avoiding fights. So it's a very interesting premise for a shonen. It happens in ancient Japan. So there's this coup de grace going on or something. This coup. It's not coup d'etat. That's the name, right? It's not coup de grace. Coup d'etat. It's and the little prince has to run away from all the enemies, and it's interesting. There's not much that was shown so far, but the premise caught me. Then there's Senpai wa Tokonoko, which is about a guy that falls in love with another guy that's transgender. So it's like a transgender girl. And so far, they've been treating the transgender topic very well. So it's more than a transgender. I think the other person is like a cross-dresser. But it's cool. It's cute because it's the guy going like, "Oh, you're like we're born a man, but I'm still attracted to you," and it's just cute.
Nice. Is that an ongoing one or is that?
It's an ongoing. Yeah, all of these are ongoing one. And
Okay.
there's the last one is Mayonaka Punch, where it's like a VTuber agency, and there's this VTuber who got kicked from their old agency, but now she joins another group, and she has a partner with superhuman abilities. Like they have superpowers, and they aim to create new content and reach 1 million subscribers. Like that's the whole premise. It's really about VTubers. It's about YouTubers and shit. I think it's funny. Cause like, oh yeah, I have superpowers, but instead of like saving the world or anything, I want to get 1 million YouTube subscribers. That's it. I don't think I watched
Alright.
anything else. I don't have anything else. Oh, I watched Beastars actually. That's the last one.
Okay.
I want to watch that. I want to watch that.
Beastars is
I think
actually
that-
really fucking good. I thought it was gonna be like just some furry bait,
Uh,
but it's actually really good.
The art I've seen from that, yeah, it looks really great. I'm curious about it.
I think you gotta
Um,
watch it from like perspective. You're not watching a show about animals. You're watching a show that talks about sexual relationships and homosexuality, and all the difference between guys and
So
girls.
Zootopia.
Not really Zootopia at all. Zootopia
I'm
is
joking.
like
I'm fucking joking.
It's okay. I think it's good because it talks about the sexual impulses on men, and where you're like, oh, carnivores are so much stronger and female are like weaker. You get that, like, you get what they're coming from, you understand. You just gotta see it from that perspective. You gotta like, oh, this is not about carnivores and herbivores. It's about females and males, and about gay guys, straight guys, gay girls, straight girls. When you start seeing it like that, you understand what the show's trying to talk about. I think it's really interesting. I know it sounds like it's kind of bigoted, but it's not. It is not bigoted, at least from my perspective. It didn't come off to me as bigoted. I thought the things they were trying to explore, even though controversial, they explore it on like a way that's like fully respectful, and you can see where they're coming from. But yeah, I love Beastars.
All right,
Beastars really good.
neat.
Okay,
I'm
so
curious about that one.
to wrap things up, I
Mhm.
only have 2 things to offer to
Okay,
the rest
bring it
of
to the
the
table.
shows. So
What you got?
the
What
fir-
you got?
I'm gonna start off with, I guess, the more in quotes serious one out of the 2. I finally got around to watching Yuri on Ice, and
Okay.
it was
Okay.
funny. It was
That's
funny.
classic.
Yeah, it's funny. I think that like it definitely made me laugh. Not like haha gay, but more of like the characters were just so humorous and entertaining. I'm sure that there's a very serious like tone to touch if someone was into figure skating, but
Yeah, I don't care about you.
I don't know. The only thing I can relate on is the fact that yes, I kissed a man. So yeah, I can relate to the gayer aspect, and it was pretty funny. It still made me fun and laugh. It was it had likable characters. The opening was definitely beautiful, but after I watched the first 2 episodes, I definitely do not regret hitting the skip button because I'm sorry, but even the
Bruh.
banger openings you cannot listen to at the beginning of every episode. It gets old when you are binging. I'm
Sure.
sorry. That's just
That's
how
fair.
I
I
feel.
think most people
Uh,
would agree with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, I don't care what opening or anime it is. Even my favorite anime opening of all time, the Asterisk War. Uh, it the season 2 one. So the title of the song is literally the Asterisk War. I love that opening. But I cannot listen to it every fucking episode. I genuinely cannot.
That's
So
fine.
I won't. I will hit that skip button, and I will do it proudly. Decent show. I think it won anime of the year from its year. I don't fucking know. I don't
Because
think
it's
I
just
fucking
yaoi,
care.
eh? That's why I got it. Anime
It
of the
could be.
year.
Now to get more into the less serious one, I actually sat down and binged the Ghost Stories dubbed. And
How is that the
great.
most serious one, bro?
it was absolute hot garbage. But
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a great
what
time. That's a
kept
good
me
time.
on the edge of my seat is questioning what the fuck is gonna come out of this person's mouth next. It's very crude, very offensive, and absolute garbage. Even like everyone knows the story, like behind why the dub is the way it is, but I'll tell it anyway. The
Yeah, give the
show
context.
itself, the show of Ghost Stories was bad.
No
It
shit, bro.
not like not like the like the humor is bad or anything. No, it was just like everything was bad. So when came time to dub it, the voice actors looked at the script, crumbled it up into a ball, threw it in the garbage can, just improv the fuck out of everything. But it is a early mid 2000s anime dub, so there are slurs that are not acceptable by 2024 standards.
I
So,
love you,
yeah,
not
if
because
you're
you're a
going,
raven, but because you're black.
oh my god, shut up. Well, I'm more so talking about the frequent use of the R word. But you know, like it definitely did get old after a few episodes. So like once I got to episode 20 out of 24 or 25 or whatever,
It's only
yeah,
19
no, the show
episodes, bro.
definitely
What?
was old. And I was not watching it to laugh. I was watching it just to get it done. Because for context, I'm gonna take the Halloween trilogy, like the New Age Halloween trilogy. Halloween and Halloween Kills were amazing horror movies. But Halloween Ends, everyone warned me, was ass. Everyone called it ass. It was saying it absolutely was ass. But I still saw it because I needed to know how it finished. If I missed out on watching Halloween Ends, I would have been like stayed up every night for the rest of my life. I needed to see it end. Was it ass? Abso-fucking-lutely. I will never get that hour and a half of my life back, but
You watched
I
the
saw it
ending.
anyway, and I'm actually relieved I did. I wish it
No,
was
I get you.
better, but no, I know the ending now.
Uh-huh.
I'm the kind of person where I need to have an ending, even if it's a bad ending.
I mean,
So
I'm the kind of
that
person that starts reading something and just cannot stop, even if they hate it. So that's why I'm up to date on Black Clover, and I don't think there's a single thing about that show I like.
oh my god, Black Clover just is. We won't talk about Black Clover. I have a special guest.
Also,
I want to bring
Jujutsu
on just
Kaisen. I
for
don't
that.
think there's a single thing I like about Jujutsu Kaisen after Shibuya.
Okay, I mean, I still haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen. I probably won't ever watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think
Despite
the
you
anime is
telling
fine.
me
Just
go watch
season one's
Jujutsu
fucking
Kaisen.
ass. The movie is ass, but the season 2 is good.
But yeah, that is it with Ghost Stories. Is that I watched it. It was funny for a little bit, and then the shock factor like wore off, and it just wasn't funny. And
I get you.
I'm like, wow, this really is bad. Even though they weren't even taking it seriously, and they just did it for the fuck of doing it. You know, it got old as expected, and I finished it, and it's done. That's it. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
So is there anything we did not touch up about anime?
Well,
I
I actually
don't think
I
so.
thought of a
Oh,
question.
yeah.
You mentioned Asterisk War as being like your favorite or one of your favorite openings. So I wanted to
Yeah.
open that question to Bane, and if you had any
Oh,
other
damn.
thoughts, what is your favorite or favorite one or two openings? And I could tee us off here if
Oh,
you
damn.
want.
We
No,
actually.
Is
Arcane's opening does not does not count. It is not anime.
Bane's opening was
Ayo.
that? What is Bane's opening?
Is it like a is that like an innuendo type
Oh,
of
it's an
joke thing?
innuendo, right? Okay, so really funny story. Me
Maybe it
and
was. I don't
like
know. That's how I took it.
me and my
Anyway.
Spanish community, like the Spanish speaking community, we made a top. Like each one of us had to give their top 10 favorite openings,
Okay,
and
so you're prepared.
all other 14 people had to rate it from 1 to 10.
Okay.
And we really very recently got done with it. This is a thing. If you ever want to watch it, you can watch it even if you speak English, because there's not a single word said in the video. And basically, I grade every opening that everyone sent. And my top 10 is 1 second. I gotta find my top 10, but I got it. I got it right here. My top 10 favorite anime openings ever. I got it. Just 1 second, okay? You guys can talk about something else.
Okay.
No. What if I refuse?
Okay, if you
This
refuse,
is
okay, I got it. So
yeah.
I think were you the one that like One Piece? Dan, do you watch One Piece? Why am I thinking of someone else?
Don't watch it, but I got to around like late hundreds in the terms and chapters, which is
Okay,
nothing, but like
that's Alden
180,
Park,
190.
right, or something? What is it?
I finished Arlong Park. They were at well, if I got into the beginning and like towards the end, I think of Alabasta.
Oh,
I
Alabasta.
met
Okay.
Crocodile, I believe.
Uh huh.
Um, there was also that
Crocodile.
part where they were at like that snowy mountain type of place where they found
Oh, Drum Island. Yeah, with
Chopper.
Chopper. Drum
Yes,
Island.
yes, and they had those giant bunnies. So I read a bit of it. I'm
Yeah, you read quite a bit.
definitely have a lot more, and I want to get back to it. But I don't know much about the openings. I really only know about the manga.
Okay.
I've seen some of the recent animation of the new season. It's
Oh yeah.
beautiful, but
It's very. I mean, sometimes the way, just like in some scenes, it relies really hard. But this is one of my favorite anime openings, like my top 10. One Piece number 26 opening, the first opening for the Egghead arc, which is the current one. But actually, I think it's finishing right
okay.
now.
Oh, I might have actually seen this one then because I recognize that. Like I've seen this is like one of the newer ones, right? If not
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. I
newest.
think it's the latest one right now. I don't think there's even a
Oh, okay.
27 one.
I think I have seen this then, but I'll
I
give
love it because
another
it's so
listen.
nostalgic too. Because they bring the singer from like the first opening, the very first opening. This is the guy who's singing it right now. This opening.
Oh, nice.
I think it's really just
That's
so
awesome.
nostalgic and cute. It's I love it. And then another one is
Nice.
I think my favorite one, my very
for your
favorite
top
anime
10,
opening. This is the last one I'm
list.
gonna give. Is the One Punch Man opening. The One Punch Man first opening. It's just
that is
so
yeah.
fucking hype. I love it.
Yeah, that's a hype one.
How in your top 10? How many Black Clover openings are in there? Because
There's one because it's really really fucking good.
I expected at least one.
Saw right through.
That is one thing that everyone has to give that show.
It
no
is
matter
so
how
fucking
they
good.
feel.
Opening
no
1,
matter
opening
how
3, opening
many-
10, opening 8, opening 13, opening 3. They're all so good.
Like, why does Black Clover get every single god tier?
I have no idea.
Opening of all time. I don't know.
That show for some
Who
reason just has so
who
many
sucked
fans.
what dick, but it happened.
So I have one in mind. I've got a couple, but I can give you one. I'll send it in the Discord so you can look at it. But
Okay.
by the same creators of Steins Gate, Robotics Notes was it was quite a nice series, and I love the song. It's really nice. It's upbeat and it's exciting and it's uplifting. And
This is actually
like,
very underground. I never heard about this.
I'm smiling hearing that because I feel like you have heard of a lot of anime. So there you go. I got one that you haven't heard of, which is
I'm listening to it for the first time right now.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, I really like it.
I'm throwing my hat in here of anime I don't think that Bane has heard the opening for. I'm doing it. Here you go.
Okay, what the fuck? It's this big evil fucking ripoff.
Yeah, I've never heard.
You've never heard of Dragon Drive?
No.
That is literally recolored Agumon, bro. That's literally a recolored Agumon.
Okay, I mean, it could be, but Dragon Drive was actually the first manga series I've ever read back from the back. I'm not gonna lie. I binge read Dragon Drive when I was a teenager. Before, immediately after this, I started reading Bleach. But before, this was before reading Bleach, just that I read Dragon Drive. I was 14, 15, and I went to my library.
Also, this is old, bro.
This is,
Chris.
This is Dragon Drive. Yeah.
The person... What is the person from your Discord icon from? What is that show?
Oh, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Rays.
Oh, that's Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
I swear... Yeah, no, go on.
I can't fucking remember his name, but he uses a Salamangreat monsters, which are fire cyber monsters, which are something one of the coolest Link strategies that are I believe are in Yu-Gi-Oh! Of all time. But yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is just because I think before I saw a picture of you, the character from Dragon Drive and the character from your photo, your Discord icon from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's kind of the vision I had in my mind, of you. I just sort of was yeah, this is just like a white guy, and it's and he's kind of like a protagonist, and he's very loud and energetic. I kind of pictured you like one of these guys.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, you would be, even though funny enough, he is not the protagonist of the Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Rains.
Okay.
And the protagonist is the complete opposite of what what you're thinking. It's like he's actually very like controlled, calm, serious, and such. He's
Yeah, my
like
guy's a little
like
chill.
he's like Yusei, but better. Like not a shitty protagonist. Exactly. Yes,
Oh
I
my-
hate Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Ah!
Okay, moving on. I don't want to talk anymore about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because 5Ds is ass. Fuck your synchro summoning.
bro saw fucking car duels and motorcycles. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is lame and gay."
Yeah, no, Arc 5 did them better.
Arc 5 did it better. I
Yeah, Arc
actually
5 did it
stopped
better.
watching Yu-Gi-Oh! At Arc 5. I was gonna say that because it was so ass I couldn't watch anymore. I
Arc
was
5
like,
was amazing.
I had enough.
I mean,
I don't
Zexal
have
was
any.
alright.
I don't have any skin in the game for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Zexal was alright too. GX was pretty good.
Oh,
I don't know,
DX is
I
the
think
best
the
one
only-
by far. Okay, at least we can agree on that.
The only thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh is the abridged series. That's
Yeah.
it. That's literally it, man. I don't know.
Like in
Yeah,
the
it's
first
like that.
few episodes on how they just turned Tristan's VA into Barney.
Yeah,
Oh.
bro, like I literally don't know anything else about the
Okay.
goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, you
Uh,
can
so
watch
music
them
to me.
randomly. There's some callbacks on GX and shit, but I think GX is the only one worth watching. Like, that's the only one that's actually good.
I need to finish V-Brains. I'm like barely into it, and I just need to get back to it because I start binging The Boys, so you know.
Wait, is that how you say B-Rains? I always say just brains. It's just like
yeah,
brains.
V-Brains. Into the brains.
B-Rain, I think B-Rains is probably a lot better way to pronounce it, but that's crazy.
B-Rains.
Into the brains. But so as long as everyone's ready, we're gonna move forward from anime and shows, and we're gonna move into movies.
Okay.
Okay.
Bane, start us off. We already talked about like on how there is gonna be a boys movie, which thank you for telling me that. I did not know. That is really cool.
It is.
We already talked about I guess My Hero movies or whatever. I don't know if there's you also talked about already about the Cardinal Kyokai movies, all your anime movies. Any I guess in a way, any non-anime movies or I don't know, you probably touched up on the anime movies already. So
no,
anything like lately that you've watched that you're looking into seeing or anything?
I mean, besides the Deadpool and Wolverine that I mentioned, nothing caught my eye recently. Oh, you know what? I have watched one movie while I was seeing my girlfriend because of course we had to have the fucking cinema date, of course. And the one movie that caught both our attention was A Quiet Place, the prequel.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Quiet Place Day 1. I think that movie is like the definition of wasted potential because it's so good in some parts and so bad in others. They're like, okay, slight spoilers here. Slight spoilers. Like this is not
the whole
major spoiler.
podcast.
Okay, but you can mute yourself, Dan, if you wanna.
You
wanna
are
hear
going to like put the spoiler warning.
Fine.
So,
sure. Send it in chat when you're done. I guess I'll guess in, but I don't know if I'll ever watch. But okay, sure, go for it.
Just okay. A Quiet Place. I'm just gonna be very like, so people don't get spoiled too much. The piano. That was such wasted potential. Like if she just started playing the piano instead of putting some music at the end, that would have been a perfect fucking ending. That would have been so good it would make me cry. And I think that's so sad that they didn't do that. Why didn't she play the fucking piano?
Yeah. Yeah,
we can
I
agree
with that.
That was crazy because it all pointed to her doing that, and she just fucking put some music at the end, and I hated that. Okay, we're done.
Okay, there you go. I told Dave done. So I was actually talking. This is also on my watched list, which because I did see it in theaters, and I 100% agree. The one thing I will say, is that I was talking to a friend of mine, and the first Quiet Place, watching it, it was like of its time. It was refreshing. It was really nice. But then the second one, its uniqueness and factor, it all like wore off. The second one,
I didn't actually watch the second one.
I'm not gonna go out of my way and say it's bad or anything, but it's like it definitely 100% lacked the punch of the first one. The first one could, like, it did not need a sequel. The first one could have ended when it ended,
I agree
and
with that at least.
everything would have been like answered. Okay, everything was wrapped up nicely. Game
I think the
over.
prequel is
That's it.
interesting though, because you always want to see the how the shit starts, right?
Yeah,
The
and
prequel,
Yeah,
then
I'm curious about the prequel.
and
I got a
they
couple thoughts when you're done, AHLKRIN.
day one kind of like fits in between there, where it's like it had some interesting parts, but it had a lot of wasted potential. It had like it had a lot of the factor of it the universe would have been fine if this movie didn't exist.
yeah.
But like it definitely was
You know
not
what?
like a complete waste of time.
I appreciate this movie actually because there's this one part that made the whole movie worth watching, and it's the poem. The poem actually low key kind of made me cry. That poem was so fucking. It was
Yeah.
so strong. Like it
Yeah.
actually like if me personally, I haven't had anybody go through like a terminal illness or something like that, but I feel like if you had like
Thank
a
God.
family member, a friend that went through that poem is gonna make you cry. That is such a sad fucking
Yeah.
poem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Dan had a question. Drop your take.
Oh
Dan?
yeah, not so much a question. It's just well, first of all, I actually didn't know there was a sequel. Like I knew that there was a prequel that
Mhm.
recently came out. I didn't even know there was a sequel.
Yeah. A
I'll
Quiet Place Part
say
2.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't know or I just forgot or whatever.
Yeah.
I will say I saw the first one in theaters in college,
Mhm.
and I don't know, I wasn't super impressed about it, but I think I should
Me neither.
rewatch it because I've looked at reviews like I mean not that it's like an end all be all, but I've looked
Yeah,
at
of
Rotten
course.
Tomatoes and it's like really highly rated, and I feel like maybe I need to rewatch it because it didn't really leave that much of an impression on me. But I don't know. I went to see it with my roommate who like he's not gonna find this, but we didn't really get along that well.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I was with my bitch of a roommate. And maybe that gave me some sort of maybe I just like wasn't feeling it. But regardless, I don't really think about that movie that much. But because so many people really like it and it's stuck with a lot of people, I feel as though it's my duty to rewatch it because apparently it did a
You
lot of things
know,
for some people. So
I
I don't know.
I think
Tell me.
it's very fun filmmaking because it's challenging trying to make a movie where almost there's like no dialogue and still make it
Right.
engaging for people, right? Of course, they have these spots where
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh yeah, we can talk here" because they're not gonna hear anything. But it's very challenging. I think that's why it gets so highly rated because it's a challenging movie to make.
Yeah.
It's engaging even though it has like so many things has to go through. Like, oh yeah, we gotta keep the audiences fucking watching, even though nobody's talking. There's nothing really to see. But the suspense is really good because, like, oh yeah, there's this little noise. So are they gonna pop out? But it's a very basic movie. I don't think it's anything that's like, oh yeah, this is so fucking good. It changed my life, or like, oh yeah, this was really cool. I just think that people
Yeah.
appreciate it for exactly that. Like it has these cool idea, and it does it well. But that's not enough to make like a good movie. Like you need more than that than just a cool idea.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I felt like maybe I don't know. I felt like maybe I didn't watch it with the right mindset or I missed out on something. But
Yeah,
thinking
you
about
can
it like that
rewatch
as
it
a
for
as a
sure.
as a as a as a challenge,
Hmm.
to make it engaging, like you said, I think
Yeah.
there's definitely something to admire about it. But yeah, I might rewatch it. Maybe my girlfriend and I she's visiting in October, so we're planning to watch some horror movies.
Oh
So
hell yeah! I mean, it's a
I'll
fun horror
well
movie to
I'll
watch.
yeah, I'll definitely I know AHLKRIN's king of horror, but I'll ask each of you,
Hmm.
another time as we get closer for some recommendations. But I'm curious about that. Another horror movie that I've seen, it's been years now, but it did stick with me was The Visit. Really enjoyed that. I thought that
The
was
best.
really
Let me
a good
check.
Good premise.
Maybe
I think that's what it was called. Where like they stay with the grandparents. Is that what it was called?
Oh, I haven't
AHLKRIN,
watched
you
this
know?
one. I googled it.
Oh,
I
sure.
found it, but
Good.
it is called The
I
Visit
think
from
that's
2015. But I haven't watched.
yes, that one. Oh wow, it's been that long, huh? Yeah, I saw
Mhm.
that one in theaters. I thought that was quite nice. Um, yeah, that was quite a good one. Maybe I'll rewatch that one. Um,
I'm gonna add it to my watch list eventually. I watch this.
I I don't want to say too much about this next one because of YouTube,
Uh huh.
but I was looking through recently like a Reddit thread and reading about like really messed up horror movies that are like like horrible,
Uh huh.
basically. And yeah, I got like morbidly curious. I haven't watched any of them yet, but like, I'll just say the name if you have any initial thoughts. But like, a Serbian film. Does this
Oh
mean
my
Oh yeah, I
god!
mean, of
like
course, a
like?
Serbian
Yeah.
film.
Oh
Yeah,
Okay. So
Christ!
you're familiar. So okay. So
we're
let
all
me ask,
familiar.
Algren, have you seen it? Have you seen that, Algren?
A Serbian
Are
film
we
is
allowed to
Let,
just
talk
let
about
edgy
me
to
that?
just
be edgy. I don't like it at all, but maybe I'll
let
cringe.
Yeah.
let
Okay,
me just
if we don't need to go into any details, of
we will
course.
not,
Yeah.
We will
but
not.
I'm going to definitely 100% give
Tell me
a
not to
shout
watch it.
out.
Oh yeah.
There's a shout out to a YouTube channel I watch. I probably should be watching it at work, but I do. Um, the YouTube channel is called Big Will. He is a very, very dedicated content creator. He's really cool. He
Yeah.
goes through a shit ton of horror movies for the most part, but what he definitely did was introduce me to the fucked up world of Italian horror,
Ah.
and they are disturbing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like we are talking, I think like yeah, the woman and girl next door, and oh my good god, it just there's a bunch of movies here.
Yeah. There's a
I
whole world of these types of movies, and
yes, it
basically, yeah. I'll just finish my thought real
yeah.
quick, not to interrupt. But I went down a rabbit hole. I was reading about some of these movies, and obviously, a lot of these people that are saying like, listen, don't let your morbid curiosity get to you. Like, don't watch it. And of course, I am a little bit intrigued by that.
I mean,
But
as long as it's not
I
little snuff, like you can.
right, yeah, like I made sure I did research into understanding like these are not. It's not real.
Yeah.
Of course, which is good to
Yeah. Yeah.
know
Of
and
course.
preface that. But yeah, like I sent like that Reddit post to my girlfriend, and she's like, oh, okay, like now I'm curious. So
Yeah, you can
I
watch.
don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually sit through that, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I've been thinking about it because I do have a level of curiosity,
I just.
but I also have a level of like I'm at the level where I'm like I probably shouldn't do this because I couldn't even make it through Human Centipede 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't.
you definitely don't want to watch
Okay,
a Serbian film, and just do
Human
not watch it.
Centipede.
Just
I,
don't.
I want to bring up is like okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will, but I'll let you know.
I genuinely like. So there is a certain feeling. A lot of people feel like it's like, oh my god, like gore, blood is so intense, it makes me vomit. Like it makes me sick. That like my favorite horror franchise of all time is Saw. I've
I thought it
made
would be the
this comment
Terrifier. I
back
thought you loved the
in the
Terrifier.
Oh yeah.
but like I don't vomit at gore or blood. I mostly just cringe at certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
like I just tense up. But watching Human Centipede, the first two ones, genuinely made me sick to my stomach. Like I genuinely wanted to vomit.
Uh huh.
So
Yeah.
I never watched any of the other ones. So it's like I don't care. You could crucify me for all I'm going to say, but the Human Centipede is not scary or an entertaining watch. It is a shitty fucking film series,
is.
and it's just disgusting.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like,
Like I
this-
said, I couldn't even finish the second. It was
Yeah,
foul.
I do not like it.
The first
I
one,
do
at least, like I made it through. I don't know if I enjoyed it, but like it was, you
It
know,
was
it
bad.
was
It's an experience.
shocking.
It was.
I mean, I
garbage.
liked the premise, you know, like it was like
Yeah.
an interesting premise, I guess. Like you know, fucked up scientist, and I thought it was cool because it was like all taking place in his house. But once I saw the second one, I just was just like, no, no, I can't do this. And
Mhm.
I don't even dare. I don't even know anything about the next one. I don't know anything about it.
I could
And I
swear there's like
think I
6 of
care.
them by now, and I don't want anything to
Are there
do with
I
them.
really?
don't think that
I
many.
could be
Let
wrong,
me
but
Google.
there's like.
Yeah, I thought there was just
probably around
3.
6.
I think there is.
There's more
just
than
three.
3. I'm surprised. I
Yeah, there is
knew
just
anything
3.
about it.
It's just 3.
All right,
But
AHLKRIN, fake news, AHLKRIN.
Yeah, the
No,
number
but
3
I
is
hear
actually
you.
called Final Sequence, so it is actually just the last one.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll watch that live for YouTube next time.
Yeah,
I like
hell no. You
that.
get me out of this
Nah.
bitch. But
I'm yoking. I'll probably never finish the second one. It's just not.
It's actually
I'll tell you
rated
what,
so
I'll tell
fucking
you-
bad. It's great. They're all
The,
rated
the
so
last
bad.
the last all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, I'll tell you the obviously not going into detail, but the second one, the scene where I was with friends at the time. I mean, honestly, we were pretty young. I think we were in middle school, so like maybe I could stomach it better. Probably not, but it was the scene with the kneecaps. We shut it off there. It was just, ugh, it was made me cringe, man. So yeah, that's a series that probably just should have never been made, or even maybe
yeah, exactly.
just the first one, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like reading about these things, even probably more so than ever actually wanting to watch it, because you know, there's that sense of morbid curiosity. But I'm happy with not really ever
I think you shouldn't get into a Serbian film.
yeah, engaged.
That's
Yeah, I probably won't. I think I'm better to just read about it or watch like those YouTube icebergs where they talk about these fucked up things.
Or go watch a Big Will
just
video
that
about it.
for me, at
Well, yeah,
least,
I will
like
check out that guy.
knowing that's
Sounds like
not
a good
real
guy.
makes it so much easier to stomach. Like I know nothing's
Yeah.
happening. I know. Like
Yeah,
it's
of
chill. So I'm
course.
like, but it's just like that's not worth it because if you don't like seeing that kind of thing, and even
Yeah.
if you do, like it's just edgy for the sake of being edgy. It's like, oh yeah, what's the most fucked up thing we can do? Oh yeah, let's do it because no one else did it. And it's like they never stop and think like, okay, but no one else did it because why? There's no point here. It's just very fucking morbid, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's just not good cinema. It's just being morbid for
Right.
the sake of being morbid. And like, oh yeah, just fucking open that bitch up and like have sex with. Not gonna say anything, but it's like.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
why, bro?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this: like, I was shying away from the Saw series, but I appreciate AHLKRIN for helping me to experience it because
Yeah,
it
just
really
Saw is
was
good slasher,
enjoyable.
yeah.
There was a good sense of progression. There was a good story built in there. Like, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, just in terms of like anything that's excessive, it's not gonna do anything for me.
You know,
But I like reading about it.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting to read about.
you know what movie actually I've started to hear more and more since you mentioned it, Dan? Long
What's that?
Legs. Everyone's saying Long Legs is fucking amazing, all the critics. So
Yeah, I'm waiting to watch that with my girlfriend.
I'm
We
actually
talked about it.
hyped now. I actually want to watch Long Legs now whenever it comes out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's out.
Is it
Or
really?
I mean, like,
I haven't seen it when I was
I just
browsing
haven't
to the
seen it
cinema.
yet.
Maybe it's not
yeah,
here
it
yet.
is out.
Maybe it's not here
I
yet.
mean, it could be a little bit later to come where you are.
No,
but
it's out. It's out. And segueing into upcoming, I have a list. Long Legs is on there.
nice, yeah, I think that'll be good.
Of course, we already have the Smile 2. I saw the trailer. It was amazing.
Hell yeah, very excited for that one.
Maxine, the third part of the X trilogy, is out. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not familiar with that.
Looking forward to. Never Let Go looks very interesting. I don't know if I want to call it a monster flick or something. It's better off to just go see the trailer, and such. Just look at the trailer itself. Trapped looks pretty decent. The one about the father taking the daughter to a concert, but it turns out that he's like the terrorist or whatever. But it turns out that this entire concert was a setup by like the FBI, CIA, and like they're trying to like corner him in and such. So that looks like a decent thriller. The next, so I sped run through those. These last two, I'm going to go a bit more in depth in. Now, you guys could go ahead and laugh at me for all this, call me a boomer or whatever, but and maybe I'm crossing a few lines that shouldn't be crossed, but but fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. The liberty of having less than 20 followers on this podcast.
What you got?
The next one is called Afraid, where the AI in Afraid is capitalized. And essentially, what the plot of this movie is that this couple moves into a new house that is like AI assisted, and like it goes. It's similar to Megan, where this like artificial being starts getting dangerously close with the kids to where the kids start making comments to their mom, but it's like oh, but so and so, I guess we'll use Alexa for this this one, because I don't remember what the fuck the AI's name is, but it's like okay, sweetie, it's time for bed. But like imagine if your child looked at you and said, but Alexa says that like if we sleep too long, then yada 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 happens. So it's like the AI is taking such a parental like control and influence on your kids. That is like, yeah, and then the AI just goes psycho and is like going like, yeah, maybe it's not gonna be as intense as I'm making it out to be, or the trailer made it out to be, but I'm going to be real here. This definitely is a call out to how I'm very like unnerved by the way AI is being used and made to this day. Because you got AI making, and it went viral on Twitter, and thankfully everyone is shitting on it except for like the 2,000 bots that are fucking like it. But it's like someone used an AI to make a full blown movie trailer, and
those look like
eyes,
shit, man.
yeah, they look like shit, and it's like the eyes look soulless, it looks uncanny, and this fucker is out here like defending it like, oh well, this is like just the early stages. It's like, no dude, shut the fuck up, because if we continue pursuing AI, then it will literally go the route of replacing humans in jobs. Okay, so now we're currently doing that with artists. Like,
sticking to that topic, actually, I just want to make a quick comment here. I was super hyped to watch this movie that comes up this year. It's actually on theaters right now. It's called Late Night with the Devil. But then I found out there's this little segments in the middle of the movie that actually were made with AI, and that just spun me up. I'm just gonna pirate the shit out of that fucking movie. There's no way.
I've seen that exact thing.
That's so disappointing because the premise and the trailer and everything looks so good, and then they just replace human artists to make some shitty fucking AI skeleton that any artist could
You're
make.
making a movie, bro. Like you can't just hire an artist to make like a little bumper. Like that's,
you got so much fucking money. There's no way an artist to make that. It can't be that expensive compared to everything else. So sad.
And everyone would jump at that opportunity to do it. Like no one would say no, like to have their work featured in a film. And I completely agree with you, AHLKRIN. Like it's scary because right now you look at them and it looks obviously like lifeless and terrible and like shit. But the thing is, I think it probably will always feel lifeless, but it's gonna keep
that
getting
people
better.
don't give a shit. There's a lot of people that don't give a fuck.
yeah, people just like to look at anything, and
Yeah.
it's really it's just it's shocking and concerning the level that people will go to just be
Mhm.
like, oh, but it looks pretty, and it's
They're not there
you know, I mean,
consume
I think
art. They're there to just consume a
it's
product. So
yeah,
they don't give a fuck
it's
about how much
really
love or like whatever goes
it's really
into it.
crap.
They don't give a shit.
It's just crap.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I mean, I'll admit it. I'm not ashamed, but you know, I played around with AI before. Like, you know, it's funny. You know, make some funny,
Yeah,
stupid
because when you
things.
make a
But
fucking silly meme, you're not taking anyone's fucking job. Like, Mr. Chad did not
yeah,
ruin the fucking paycheck of somebody, but it's especially
right.
scary when
But
corporations start to use it.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's the
and
thing, right? Like, I think like I don't use it anymore because I'm just over it. Like, I
Yeah,
don't need
I
to
agree.
make some stupid yeah, I don't need to make any stupid like shitpost things anymore just to see what it looks like. And
Hmm.
the more you use it, like you said, like the more companies are gonna just be like, "Hey, we should try it."
Hmm.
And it always looks like shit. Like it just always looks like garbage. I don't know why. Well, other than saving money, I don't. Honest to God, I don't know why any company would bother
Hmm.
and it's
because
exactly that. And
it's just. But it blows my mind because it's only about profits for them. And
yeah, and
It
it's
yeah,
is.
exactly that. And I swear we're gonna
ridiculous.
return to the movies, but this rant is far from over. Like the two
It's a
biggest
good rant.
examples I got for you, biggest examples I got for you is that as much as we enjoy playing Magic with us, the Wizards came under some massive fucking fire
Oh, yes,
for
yes.
uh for a few times being caught red-handed for like in recent times for using AI
No
art as not
way.
only a promotion but
Mhm.
also for inside some of their cards and their
Oh.
products and such. And like the entire community is for that plays Magic the Gathering is a very attached to their card artists.
Yeah.
So the fact that they would go around that shit uh like it's it's a betrayal, and
Yeah.
everyone like went for their throat for it. And I'm so glad that they like realized, hey, we fucked
Yeah.
up. Like at first they tried to stand their ground and like
Yeah, they
essentially
did.
gaslight us and
I saw
such,
that exactly.
but no,
Ridiculous.
that you know they finally backtrack. It's like, okay, we apologize and all this shit. So they are learning their lesson, and we are, as long as we continue to push. The other thing is that McDonald's had like a month or so ago, maybe two, they had a test drive in a select few locations where they tried using an AI to
Attendant.
take drive-through orders. Now, of course, it kept on. It had plenty of inconsistencies, but they claimed that the designers will be able to iron out the kinks. So going back to what you just said, Dan, is that why did Magic go to an AI for artists, for
Right.
art? And then on top of that, why did McDonald's go to an AI for the drive-through window? It's because to take the jobs, to save money, and it's
Yeah.
all corpo bullshit. So
Yeah.
to relate this is, and I know this is a large stretch, okay? But in Fallout 76, there's the lore. Yes, I
No,
know. Okay, chill,
let
chill. Okay, because
no,
when
let
you
him
guys
cook.
laugh, I laugh.
No, let
But
him cook. Let him cook.
the lore behind it before the bombs dropped was that they're mass producing these the automatons for like manufacturing and mining work.
Mhm.
And there was a massive protest in like the regions the city inside the region about like jobs are meant for humans, give us jobs, like don't be like giving everything to the machine. So it's like that's very similar to what's going on right now,
Holy
is that
shit! It's just
these
like
corporations.
Fallout.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. We're
actually,
living in Fallout.
it's
You
literally
know
just
what
like
we're
Fallout.
missing is a fucking nuke being dropped on
It's
our.
just like
We're not
Fallout
going
and
into that.
like 50 other robot
Yeah,
media.
exactly. So it's like it's
So
just
it's not just like Fallout at all.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's yes, I'm paranoid about
I think
AI
you're
and all that
very
shit.
reasonably paranoid, especially because we're starting to see more and more just companies using AI. Like people were like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, AI is so bad that no one's gonna fucking use it." But the truth is that people don't care about quality; they just care about quantity. They just care about more products being fucking pushed out. And the best way for companies to do that is to just use AI, because it takes less time,
Right.
takes less money. Even if the product doesn't look as good, people do not care about that. Like general public isn't even gonna realize that they're using AI.
Right.
We just
Right.
have to push back, and we have to keep doing it. And everybody who keeps doing this, who's supporting the pushback, who's getting out there and getting their voice heard about something about this AI shit, like
Yeah.
it needs to fucking stop. Like we have to stamp it out, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping
I'm
that
glad
we do.
there are people in the comments usually that are always that are calling it out, but there is a surprisingly scary amount that aren't and are just
Yeah.
It's
eating it
also
up.
just
And-
outside of
and-
comments, like your average people that doesn't use Twitter, that just doesn't use social
Right.
media like that. The
They're
average
gonna
people,
it's gonna
they
come to
don't
them.
even know. Like they're just happy
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. It's a small anecdote, but it's completely irrelevant. My mom, she sends me some things on Instagram sometimes, some cool things. She sent me recently Mario cakes. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And I click on it
And it's
and you look
AI.
closely
Yeah.
and it's AI. But in the description, at the very least, they say that it's AI. But like
People don't
that
read
doesn't
that
matter
either.
because
Yeah.
you look, they don't read it. So you look in the comments, they're like, oh my god, these cake designs are beautiful. And then the original poster is just like, thank you so much. It's like, what are we doing here? And
Yeah.
so I sent him, I didn't like get into it because I don't think she said anything, but I replied, I said, wow, those look cool, but they're fake. It's like, it's not, it's just ridiculous. And it's coming, it's like it's like it's not even just artists at this point. Like, I mean, I guess in a way they're artists, but like you're making fake cakes. But like we have
Yeah.
we have bakers that spend their life, dedicated to a craft that they design cakes for a living, and now we're seeing fake cakes and fake movie trailers, and it's just bad.
Okay,
And like you said, Bane, the average person just like real. I'll just finish it. The average
Yeah.
person doesn't see it for what it is, and they don't care, and then it is a vicious cycle.
Especially on that topic, I don't know if you guys have this in the USA, but at least here in Argentina, there's this like the poor people. I don't know if that's an offensive term, but like poor people, homeless people that go around and they hand out cards that you can pay just like 100 pesos or whatever amount of money you have, just like 50 cents or something to keep it, right? And it's just like usually a little drawing with like a motivational message that they just pulled off the internet. And it's not like artists were ever paid for that kind of thing, but it just shocks me that nowadays most of them are made with AI. Like you see like little homeless people that just go to a random cafe to print these cards and give it away, and they're using AI art, and just it like I said, it's not like artists were ever paid for that kind of thing, but just seeing it be ever more and more prevalent everywhere. People that sell t-shirts on the street too. I saw that little AR art printed on t-shirts. Of course, it's not like artists were ever paid like that again, but it's just the fact that it's more and more prevalent in every ambit of life. You just start seeing it.
Just like that, I remember the last time my girlfriend visited. It was last summer. We were at there was a little market by the waterfront, and we were walking by, and there was a person selling stickers of cats and artwork of cats, and some of them didn't look like they were AI. I guess some of them were stolen, and you could see the watermark, which is shitty, but like, okay, I mean, I guess at least there's a watermark. And then some of them you could just tell were AI, and it's just it's just becoming I mean, there's really not much more to say other than like circle jerking it, but it's getting ever it's not good. I don't see any good about it. And you have real talent that like my mind has just been going to this the whole conversation, like the what is it, the Coyote versus Acme movie, that whole movie, a whole movie that was had hours and hours and maybe even months and years of effort poured into it, and people that worked on practical scenery and props and animation, and was just written off.
Yeah.
But like I'll never understand that. I'll never ever understand that. So as long as we as a people are prioritizing like shit that is just like, I guess, like looks, I'm doing air quotes, but looks good, and it's
Uh-huh.
just slop, and we're
Just slop.
discrediting actual, we're just discrediting actual talent. It's not good, and we need to have a change. Like I seriously think
Totally.
that like AI or generative AI needs to be made illegal, but
Mhm.
that's not going to happen.
I don't
So
think it's
I don't
ever
know.
gonna
I don't
happen.
really. It's not going to happen. So I don't know how you look at this and have a. It's hard to have hope with a lot of
It
shit,
is.
but
It is
like
hard to have hope.
it's really shitty.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I made the joke.
it's
The
like,
just bleak.
consequences of living in a capitalist society, that doesn't appreciate art.
exactly.
It's just fucking
I made
shit,
the
man.
joke last session about Bitcoin with you, Dan.
Mhm.
But like this actually feels very similar to that, where with the whole NFT, Bitcoin, crypto boom, is that we eventually all realize, hey, this is dog shit. Like,
Yeah.
can we not? And then we stamped that out for a majority of it. It still floats around. It's not gone, but it's
Right.
absolute dog shit, and a majority of the public knows it. Like,
Yeah, it's just pump and
ridiculous.
dump schemes at the end of
Yeah.
it. It's just tech bros, and I'm gonna call them out. Fucking,
Yeah.
you got the Paul brothers, and they're just scamming people.
Yeah.
We need
Mhm.
we need regulations on that, man, because they're over here scamming people for millions of dollars, saying they're gonna pay them back and make reparations, but they never do.
Sure.
It's fucking insane.
There's been some
I don't
drama
know.
here also with like a Spanish
Yeah.
YouTuber.
Ugh.
So that also
Oh
scammed
yeah.
a ton of people with their own like Bitcoin and shit. It's
It's
crazy.
fucking bullshit. I'll shout out. Maybe you've seen him on your recommended, but CoffeeZilla is a great YouTuber. I
Oh, I
really
don't
like
know.
him. He did a Yeah, he's a really really good YouTuber. Does really good research and makes really informative videos about scams, basically.
Mhm.
And he had a whole series of I don't know if it's Logan or Jake. I think it's Logan. I don't know, but
They're
it's one of
both
the
the same
They both
shithead by
look
one
the
of
end
like
of
the
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 same.
day.
one of the shit Paul brothers who did this entire pump and dump scheme, and he covered it all really
Mhm.
very well. In fact, he spoke to people that were working on the project, and yeah, just like the absolute lack of any respect or accountability. Like they know that they ripped people off, and people like took out like their fucking life savings for this shit because they believed in it.
Mhm.
Which, look, I think those people are foolish, but I'm not gonna start
It's
blaming them
we can't blame them.
because
It's like yeah.
they're not to blame.
Mhm.
But anyway, as long as you got people like that running around, um, it's a problem. Like they think it's anonymous because like it's not like tied to your name. It's you have like a serial number, but it's like the serial numbers, like it's all tracked. And
Yeah.
people like CoffeeZilla, they track it, and they will call it out, and the receipts are all there. But it's not being investigated like it should be. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, cyber crimes were always
Fuck
kind
it.
of a fucking joke. I don't know, at least here, like, there are clear
Yeah.
scammers that even if you reported them, like, nothing ever happens. Like, the police take you, like, it's a fucking joke. But, cyber police always been, on the dumber end. I feel like it just don't give a fuck about shit like this.
Yeah.
Also, whenever, like, a blatant fucking pedophile YouTuber comes out, have they ever gone to jail for, like, getting nudes from minors? That never happened. Like, no, it's like it
No,
happens on the
people talk
internet. Just
about
like
it,
never
but
give a shit.
yeah, they don't actually get any punishment, which
Yeah,
is
they just
ridiculous.
lose their quote unquote job on the internet. In real life, they can keep going like nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So
These people need to be punished, but
moving back towards the movies.
good
I'm
tangent.
sorry for the AI and
No,
all
it was a
that
good
shit.
tangent. It was a good tangent.
We're all on the same stance where it's like I'm hoping that just like we did with crypto, NFT, Bitcoin, and realize that was bullshit and
I mean, people
it's
still fall for
fucking
that.
stupid. I'm hoping that that's what a majority of the public will do with this AI, and we'll leave it at that.
And again,
So
Alcrin, even if you say that people agree that Bitcoin is bullshit right now, I don't know in the United States, but in real life here in Argentina, you have like a crypto bro in every college. Like there's like fucking hundreds of them that just start talking about, oh yeah, I invested on crypto and I got crypto here.
Are they the majority or the minority?
They're definitely. I feel like they're a good part of people, and like adults don't know that that's usually a scam. They're like, oh yeah, my little kid's making money with crypto. They got this stuff going on. They're investing on cryptocurrency, and they have no idea.
Yeah, it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
I am
very dangerous.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's very normal here.
Finishing the upcoming, we finally got a release date for The Conjuring 4, and it is going to be September 5th, 2025. So, it is confirmed to be the final Conjuring film.
Finally.
But however, that does not mean it's the final film of the series, because you know we got things like the Nun. We have
that's like a whole
all
universe.
The Annabelles. Yeah. So The Conjuring 4. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Next we will move to Watched. I saw Abigail, which is about the one film that released about the vampire that little girl that gets abducted. She's like a dancer or whatever. Not dancer. She's a ballerina. And yeah, that was nice. Definitely better than the other one I watched. And I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I will not lie.
Was it actually good? I saw that it got good ratings or something.
We were meant to watch that together.
Yeah.
The first Winnie the Pooh, I will watch it with you again because I'm going to confess. I fell asleep like halfway through the
we're chilling then.
Okay, the first one was somewhat enjoyable. The problem with the second one is that it's while it does have the same director, it's under a totally new studio. None of the actors reprise their roles, so it's a bunch of different other people.
I mean, everyone died in the first one, did they not? It's not like they can reprise their roles.
No, Christopher Robin survived, and Pooh and Piglet both survived. But
like
yeah,
the first one was at least funny watching.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. The second one is absolute dog shit. However, this leads into the article. Okay, it's kicking off the Twisted Childhood Universe, aka the TCU. And this is going to contain confirmed that with 3 public domain IPs being Bambi, Peter Pan, and Pinocchio. With Pinocchio confirmed to have a film coming out at the end of the year called Unstrung, Pinocchio Unstrung. And then they are this director is also looking at 3 other public domains. That being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, that's
the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
No way, the Powerpuff Girls have become
finally, as if they weren't fucking creepy enough, the Teletubbies.
The fucking Teletubbies.
Okay, so Teletubbies I could at least maybe understand, but like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's getting new content. It just had a new movie come out. Like how is that public domain?
I mean, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are so fucking old though. Like the ones where there were like 4 guys in a fucking suit.
But doesn't Nickelodeon still have rights to it? I don't know how this works.
I mean, it's depending. Like, doesn't matter who has the rights currently. Like the same with Mickey and Disney. It all depends how much time is gone between the creation and current day. Doesn't matter who has the current rights. Like there's I think it's 100 years, it's 80 years, something like that. When you created, and then 80 years, 100 years, whatever the cap is. After that happens, it's public domain. Anyone can use it.
So just to reiterate, the Powerpuff Girls, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the Teletubbies are all unconfirmed. He just stated on how he's looking
Okay.
into their IPs
Yeah, I
in
think
the
it's
public domain with them.
there's still gonna be a
Yeah.
while for that though.
The only
Yeah,
one
well,
that
I
are
hope it's an
confirmed.
extra long while because that sounds like shit.
It does sound like
The
shit.
only
Bambi
ones
and
that are confirmed,
Pinocchio are confirmed.
Bambi, Pinocchio,
I
and
mean, yeah,
Peter
those
Pan.
are at least 100 years old, I think. Now.
Yeah,
And
just...
then they do plan on having a total Monster Mash movie, and I kid you not, this is the name of it. It's called the Pooniverse.
What the fuck's a
Monsters
monster, man?
Unleashed.
That's insane. That's just
It's
absurd, man.
fucking whack.
It is whack, but as long as they keep
uh,
making shit like that, where it's like, it's so bad, I have to see it. That's
That's literally what I did. So I will gladly watch the second Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey with you, just so that I can watch it without falling asleep halfway through.
I'll watch it with you online. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll never pay
totally
for that.
legally. By the way, we absolutely have access to
We
it.
love. It's just like even if you want to support the creators, it's like it's not fucking anywhere, bro. What do I gotta fucking buy? Pluto TV or or like what? Where am I gonna fucking watch
Pluto, man.
Due to an internal request, we're going to have a short break right here.
Okay.
Bane, go ahead and cut it.
Okay, I'm gonna cut the video, cut the tape. Gotta get. Like, we've been. Oh. We're live now again. Hello, everyone.
Okay, welcome back. No time has passed for you, but we had a short intermission.
Yeah.
Short intermission of like 2 hours. Oh, yeah.
Bro, so mad. Bro, can't even wait.
Salty.
Bro's got the
Salty
TikTok brain, bro. Bro can't even wait. Bro's in the waiter.
I'll admit it. I took some time. I had to go do some things.
I don't even mind, bro. I got so much free
If that's
time.
what you call jorking it, then yeah, you had to do something.
Hey,
that
is not what I did this time.
Jorking is
That's
very
what we were.
important.
Oh no, I'm joking.
Brah, what is bra cooking?
Okay.
All right. So, AHLKRIN, you wanna let us know what the last
final part, video games. Bane.
Yeah.
What have you been playing lately?
Nothing.
Anything new? Nothing. Oh,
just still Shin Megami Tensei. I finished it.
Just Megami Tensei. Okay.
I finished it. I love Shin Megami Tensei. That's like the only video game I like.
So now you're gonna go play it again.
Now I have nothing to play actually until they announce Persona 6 or something.
Okay, well,
that'll be sick.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just probably gonna read some visual novel after.
Dan, we were talking before, but agreed to hold off details until here. What are you looking forward to? What have you been playing lately?
Yeah, so playing lately, I did start playing some Zenless Zone Zero. I haven't played it in like 4 or 5 days, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's fun as hell. I like the combat. Never played any of the other Hoyoverse games. Just never did anything for me. But you know what? I like the designs in this ZZZ, and the combat, like I said, pretty damn fun. That's the reason I cared about it in the first place, because I saw a trailer many moons ago, whenever it was first announced, and it was on my radar, and I'm like, oh shit, it's actually out now. So that was a kind of a cool thing that snuck up on me.
It's also free, so you know.
Yeah, it's free for sure, and it runs well on my computer. All these things, it's cool. But I'm not buying into the FOMO. I don't need to log in every day. I don't need to do this, that. Like, I'm just enjoying it. There's like some story. I could do these things for free. There's some time wall stuff, but I like I said, I'm not caring about that. I'm just having fun, treating it as a game I could play sometimes, and so for that, it's been really enjoyable so far. Had some cool boss fights that I did.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Other than that, been making my way through the Thousand Year Door remake on the Switch. Haven't made too much progress because I've just been pretty busy lately. But I'm in Hooktail's castle. Probably gonna try to beat Hooktail tonight. and
Ayo.
hey, should be all right. I still have the panache. You know, I think I have what it takes. I got the guts. So that'll be fun. I've been enjoying that. It's very beautiful. I really like the the remixed music. The soundtrack is great. Visually, it looks amazing, and it's pretty much everything that a fan could ask for like a remake or a remaster. They have like concept art, which they added, which is obviously very cool. Um, I personally, not to go on too much of a tangent, but personally, I would have loved for there to be a mode or a side adventure, like a short adventure where you play as Luigi, because if you played Thousand Year Door and you know, Luigi talks about these crazy adventures that he's had with all of these partners that he's met, which is basically happening in parallel to Mario's adventure. And it was just always kind of something funny that was nothing more than just like a gag, basically. But it would have been cool. I've seen some
Yeah,
fan
it's a
art.
fan
I've seen
fiction.
some people. Yeah, it is Luigi's fan fiction. But I think it's real. I think
Mm.
he actually did go on all that. I think he did.
He caused
Um,
some serious problems, which is like if you speak to like all the people that's beside him, they always talk. They're like talking, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, this motherfucker did like this to me, and I'm not letting him out of my sight until he pays me back or whatever." Like,
Luigi's wanted in 5 different countries.
yeah, like that. Well,
He's actually like
okay,
criminal.
the only spoil I'll give you about that is that there'll be a time where Luigi will be sitting next to an orange blooper, and the
Hmm.
reason why that sounds strange is because that blooper is suffering from burned skin because of Luigi's shenanigans, ended up dropping the guy into a volcano.
I literally like I don't remember that. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to get that again.
that blooper that's orange. It's because
Dropped in a
he's
volcano.
he
That's
got
fucking awesome.
fucked up, and it's Luigi's fault. So like everyone that's like a companion of Luigi, it like
Yeah.
fucking hates him and is just trying to get like a money back or like get what they're owed. They're like, yeah, this little shit like
The
caused
one
some problems.
the one that I remember mostly was like the little bob-omb that was a cherry. I always thought that
Yeah,
was such a cute design. I really like that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. So I remember, yeah, basically some people before the game came out was like, "Oh my God, imagine you could actually experience that." And so I was not expecting it, but it was like a little wish list type of thing. It was like, "Oh, that'd be cool."
That'd be kind of
Um,
awesome.
Did you
eh,
play through the original game?
oh yes, I did.
Okay, so you know at the end of chapter 3 of the Glitz Pit on how Jolene's brother Prince Mush ends up
Jolene,
like
Jolene.
being alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the one of the big things that apparently took so much time for this game is that they finally added and finished the cut boss fight for the secret boss of Prince Mush. So
Oh,
when you finish the game, there is a way to get the Prince Mush boss fight, and he is insanely hard.
wait, that's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not the original game because it's cut content that was added with
Oh,
the remake.
that's sick. Okay, awesome. So that's another thing I didn't know that they added. I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
pretty cool.
I love
I
that.
love the Thousand Year Door. I finished it. Um, I didn't fight all the secret bosses, but like I'm watching like I also didn't finish all the tasks or whatever, those the help wanted
Oh
tasks.
yeah. Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
the bounty board or whatever it is.
I
I
don't think
didn't
I
do
ever
that.
did either when I was
I
playing the
finished
game.
the pit of 100 trials and even before fighting the like the Shadow Queen or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Like because I'm not gonna lie, my build was cracked. Like I think I had about 50 base health, and I had enough damage addition badges to the point where I think I had +4 or 5 to my attacks. And what I was doing was I would get I would always use Goombella. So then while I'm bodying the fuck out of everything, I use her ultimate, uh the rally wink, to give me an extra turn. So it's like after I wail on something, instead of making my partner go, I wail on them again. So
Oh, that's
like
nice. That's a good build. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
remember
was
the Pit of
yeah.
Alcatraz being really fun. I like
Yeah,
that.
it was probably some of the most fun I've ever had in like an RPG like that. Um, but yeah, it I hope you enjoy it. Uh, I hope you
Thanks, bro.
continue and enjoy your playthrough. Uh, and enjoy the new content that they've added here and there to the game.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I actually don't own it. My brother and myself got my dad a Switch for his birthday, so it's actually his game, but I'm borrowing it. So,
Oh,
um, yeah, so it's nice. He's been playing the remake of Legend of the Seven Stars, and he's made it all the way through to the final boss, but he's been stuck at the final boss, so he's gonna try to go back and get some more frog coins. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. Like I said, I know you can do it because you made it this far. He's really good at these types of games. He played all of the Mario and Luigi games too, and he loves it. He loves the RPGs. So
I
he's
never got to play the Legend of the Seven Stars, but I did play through the remake,
oh
and I loved it.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
really, really
it's
liked
so
it.
badass. You got all those amazing Square Enix character designs. Like, it is a great game.
It
I
really
bet you could
does.
think about, if you think for a second, I bet you can answer what my favorite boss of that game is. Which one? It's so
The
fucking cool.
underground shark guy who calls Mario his mate Mario.
Yeah, man. That design is so fucking
He
cool.
literally challenges you to a 1v1, and then after you beat him, he surrenders with honor. It
Yeah,
was
that's
such a
my
good
guy.
fight.
That's my
He was
guy. I'm gonna
so
I'm
good.
gonna send a picture to Bane so he could see. But yeah, this guy's badass.
Okay.
But yeah, that's mostly about me. I haven't really been playing too much. I do want to try to play Murky Waters or Murky Divers, whatever that
We're
shit's
all
called.
going to. Like,
So yeah,
we're
we're gonna
all
do that
going
soon. That looks really fun, and I actually would love to stream that. So whenever we do, I plan to do that.
and
So,
I will advertise it everywhere.
well,
Oh,
you could co-stream with me if you
okay.
want.
So, I got some upcoming games. Uh, three of them. So, I know that the series fell off, but Dead Rising, the first installment, is getting a deluxe remaster. And Dead Rising is just a comedy survival zombie like game. It's like you get like a limited amount of time in a playthrough, and like your choices influence what ending you get. Like you could literally spend like all of the, I think it's like the 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 3 in-game days just fucking around, and then then running out of time. And if you do that, then you get the worst ending where like the bombs drop and the mall just gets leveled with you inside it. Or you could go through the storyline and just do, you know, whatever. um but yeah, so Dead Rising, super interesting game. I remember playing a lot of the second
It sounds
one,
neat.
Dead Rising 2. But yeah, it's I and then 3 is when it like started falling off, and then 4 happened, and it existed, and it was, I mean, you could get get exosuit armor, and that it was a trip. Another remaster coming out is of Epic Mickey, and I remember buying this on the Wii for
That's
Christmas.
crazy.
When I was really young. Yeah, so that's another game. And now this one actually has a lot of interaction. Bane, do you know anything about the Famicom Detective Club series?
I actually have no idea.
know
I
what
was
you're
gonna
gonna
get
talk
into it because I saw the announcement. I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta get into this shit because I love visual novels, and that's a visual
Yeah,
novel.
same here. I have no
Yeah.
idea how the hell Famicom Detective Club, the remasters or remakes or whatever, flew under my radar, especially during the COVID time.
Mhm.
Like during the time the world ended in like 2021 when these remakes were released, like in January of that year, like this
Yeah.
shit flew under my radar. I don't know how that's possible because this visual novel, like thriller, horror, mystery series is right on my alley. I love Corpse Party, and while the Corpse Party is way more gory and such, like these Famicom Detective Club, like
Are they from
this shit,
2021?
like the
Am I reading this
unsettling
wrong?
supernatural shit. Yeah, the remakes are 2021. The original games are old as shit,
Like
but
when?
they remade the entire series on the Switch in 2021.
Oh, but it didn't release
But
on
how this
the
bridges
USA, right?
into and
Or what?
yeah, they were released like you know they originally were like Japanese exclusives and then it never made it
Mhm.
like outside of Japan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a Clock Tower situation where Clock Tower was never officially released outside of Japan, and everything you find is just a fan dub, but they're officially releasing the Clock Tower like a global release. So like it will have all the languages. The same happened with this Famicom Detective Club. Is that like this mystery thriller series, visual novel series, uh was Japan only, but then the remake in 2021 was distributed on the Switch and it had all languages for everywhere.
Oh, that's
Um
cool.
Now they announced, and this is what how it flew on, how like it actually hit me, and I'm like, holy shit, this is great. But they are releasing a new installment on the series called Amio, the Smiling Man,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it looks
I saw
really
that
fucking
announcement.
good. Yeah, I did not know it had. And when I saw Amio the Smiling Man's trailer, I'm like, "Holy shit, that looks like a great game! I should pick it up." And then I watched the dev interview portion of it, and they went in on it. It's like, "Oh yeah, this is part of the Famicom Detective Club." Of like, wait, what the fuck is this franchise? And to find out that it's old as shit
It's
and that they had a
1989.
remake
Yeah,
like of the entire series. Dude, that's like old as shit. That's older than
it
any
is
of
really
us.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know personally that like they had the other games come to the Switch as remasters. So I haven't checked them out, but I'm so glad it's getting a new game in the series. Like that's very cool.
I mean, I'm
And
definitely gonna
I
read
hope
the
it
old
really
because I
does
never
well.
heard
I have
about
to watch
Famicom
the dev
Detective.
interview.
Yeah. I'm so down. I
Yeah,
love
I think
visual
it's gonna
novel.
be great. Is it
Yeah.
is that a game? Is that a game you think you would stream, Algren? I mean, obviously
I
it's
don't
far
have
away,
access
so.
to a
Oh,
Switch capture card
right,
yet,
right.
Oh,
but holy shit, I just might pick one up. Like
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I
I
would
feel like
I
have they
would
gone down
love
in
to stream
price?
it.
Are they like a little bit more accessible?
I think so. Like honestly, they're not. When I was younger, I used to think that these Switch capture cards were like insane. But now that I have the job that I do, it's like like spending under $200 is not insane for me anymore.
Or they,
oh,
Like
well, that's nice that
I
you
can
can.
budget it out and get it within like a month or two.
that's great.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that would
I
be
should get a
cool. Either
job.
way, I definitely see that as an Alkrin game. You can
Absolutely.
I definitely
I'll
see
hire
that as
you,
a
Bane.
Bane game too. Honestly, I'm super.
You could be my. Yeah, that's fair, but it doesn't roll off the tongue if it's a Bane and
know.
AHLKRIN game.
Bane and
So
Aldrin game.
You know what I mean?
does anyone have anything else they want to bring up before I go on one last rant that like you two probably won't have any like?
Not
Me, me, me,
really.
me, 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 me,
Okay.
me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think I'm okay. Yeah, games lately, like I don't know. I'm not playing too much. I don't really have too much to look forward to. I mentioned Mario Party Jamboree last time, so I'm excited for that
Yeah,
again.
that's gonna be good.
Otherwise, go for it. Take it away.
And what about you, Bane?
Oh yeah. I think
Got
Bane
anything?
said not really, but
Yeah, no, they're
Yeah, you're gonna go
so
crazy now, bro.
Bane? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go crazy. Ah.
All right. So I
Stupid.
touched up briefly that I was that I have been playing Marvel Strike Force, and they are under a
Bruh.
lot of fire recently. Now I know that this is not a high bar to surpass, but compared to my old track record of mobile games being Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and Fate Grand Order, like
Bro, actually
Marvel
play
Strike
Fake
Force
and Order.
feels. Yeah, I did. Like Marvel Strike Force felt very generous to me because like unlike the other two games like that were extremely predatory and pay to win, like just borderline pay to play, holy fuck.
There you
But
go, yeah, it can be
Marvel
pretty.
Strike Force Marvel Strike Force, like you have as long as you just did your dailies and did your logins to like play the game, then you got 2 free premium rolls every day. That blew my mind. Now, I'm not gonna go out of my way and talk and say that it is the most generous thing out there, because if I personally had to give that title to a company that made these games, it would not go to Scopely. I would give it to Hoyoverse because
Oh, what?
like,
What the
I'm not joking. They are
hell?
insanely generous with their mobile game shit.
What
You
is
guys
bro
can laugh all
talking
you want.
about? What is bro cooking? Bro
Like,
never
I
plays
have
from
an opinion.
Genshin Impact. Bro never played Genshin Impact.
I mean,
I have for stream, but
Jesus
like
Christ.
a few of the regulars
That is
that
so
and, okay,
predatory.
not just
Fuck
Genshin.
Genshin
Okay,
Impact.
not just Genshin. I'm hearing like most of the people that are
Star
saying
Rail's
positive
good.
things, like yeah, Star Rail, and then the Zenless Zone Zero
That game
apparently
just
is
came
looking
out. You
very
can't
bright.
even say it's
Yeah,
generous yet because he
it's
just came
looking
out and
very
every
bright
gacha
though.
game is.
Okay,
that's why he said apparently.
okay,
He
Yeah,
said
come on,
apparently.
bro.
it's looking
Alright,
very
hop off the
bright from
goat,
what I'm
AHLKRIN.
hearing. All
Nah,
right,
bro.
Hop
Okay.
off the goat.
yeah,
I'm gonna
just
hop off of Hoyoverse for now.
yeah,
I'm
hop
gonna
off that
hop off
goat.
Hoyoverse.
Okay,
Fucking hate Genshin
but
Impact.
No, AHLKRIN's the goat. Okay, Hoyoverse doesn't get that title.
Okay.
Like
like
there's still a company.
there might be another company out there that does mobile games that's even more generous and like like
Yeah, there might have even been a card game that was super generous.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was a
and then
certain
Riot
company.
fucking killed it. So
Nah, I don't remember the name. I don't
yeah,
remember the
no,
name.
I know them. Riot fucking killed them. LOR is dead.
Nah,
Moving
I don't
back
remember the
to
name,
Marvel
bro.
Strike Force, okay?
Thanks for not picking up the bit, by the way. Anyway,
Marvel
go on,
Strike
go on.
Force. They so back earlier this year, when we got the Old Man Logan trials, that's when things like really started like getting questionable, because they originally said that a previous team that like newly released team that was not farmable yet was not going to be required for this legendary event, and then they went back on their word, and the community was very furious with that, and the devs themselves at Scopely said that, oh, don't worry, like, we're going to have like paid offers and such available, so you guys, it's a scenario of, if you want to sink money into this, yeah, you can definitely play the event, and that got people fuming, but that was the least of that, like, compared to everything that happened after, that was probably the least of their worries. The big thing that kicked off what their hate train got is the Illuminati release. And what they did was they announced that first you would have to get the new Black Panther Shuri and the new Hank Pym characters, but you didn't just have to get them; you had to get them to 5 stars, which that's probably looking at about like $150-$200 a character. So you're
Oh
sinking like
my god.
400 to $500 into these characters just to get access to Captain Britain at 3 stars. And then they said, "Oh, after you get him at 3 stars, then you get the offers." So the moment that was revealed, it was like the community was fuming. And then the Envoys had their Cosmic Crucible tournament on the test server with test accounts, which had access to all teams at max stars, max rank, like max potential of everything, including the Illuminati. So it was a tournament where the Envoys got to test out the Illuminati, and because of how much of a fucking impact they had on the game, about after the tournament was over, half the Envoys said, "I'm fucking done with this game," because at that top level for Cosmic Crucible, the Illuminati had such a deciding factor that everyone's convinced that once they go live, then all the whales are gonna buy up all these shards, and they're gonna have Captain Britain. But if you are trying to play Cosmic Crucible seriously, you don't have Captain Britain, you're shit out of luck. So that pissed off quite a bit of fucking people. The straw that's the straw that broke the camel's back. But if to pour salt in the wound is that they just last week they announced that they were bringing back the temporal dimension, and they weren't. Last time they brought the temporal dimension was only Cabal. Well, this time, guess what? They did Cabal and Illuminati, and you required 5 Illuminati characters, and only 3 of them were reworked characters out of the 6. So, like, in order to play in this temporal dimension past those first 4 levels, which were Cabal, to play levels 5 and up, you had to have, like, sink money into Shuri and Hank Pym. So that did not go over well at all. So Marvel Strike Force is under fire. And does anybody care? No, I don't think so. But I'm gonna still keep you posted.
Hey, speak your truth, buddy.
Yeah.
Speak your
I'm
truth.
gonna keep everyone posted for next time. See if Marvel
Yeah, man,
Strike Force
I'm on
next
the edge of
month
my
is
seat.
put out on
Bro,
fire.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get 7,000 views from the Strike Force fandom.
I
Yeah.
bet so.
I think it's a great niche little audience that we're gonna tap into.
But anywho, I think that's it for video games, TV shows, movies, and I think that's all of our topics for today. Unless anyone has any final notes they want to bring up.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I think that's all. Yeah, I'm
Pretty
happy with this.
satisfactory.
I think we had a lot of lot of good conversations.
Mhm.
I like the flow of it.
Me too.
Well, this is Bane's official warning. Bane has 1 month from this recording to watch all of the new season of The Boys, because next time
That's
I'm
fine.
bringing it up, and I am spoiling the entire season finale.
That
Oh
So-
yeah,
sounds
like
good to me.
how this and this and that and
Yeah, how like
and that.
the nuke was dropped and there was Mickey Mouse in it, and
No way.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz like was there and said,
Yeah,
"Parry the
yeah.
platypus."
It was trippy though.
Yeah,
It was trippy.
it was trippy as fuck. There was a lot of weed
And like
involved and all that.
Homelander was playing Fortnite.
No
Oh, hell
way.
yeah.
Bah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like
I didn't want to spoil that,
and
but I
everyone
had to.
flossed as the credits rolled. Okay.
Hell yeah.
We're done here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
Thank you so much
done.
for
We're
watching.
done. We're done.
Y'all take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, listening to us.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Whoa, 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 whoa.